everybody, and welcome back to And They Were Classmates.
Oh my god, they were classmates.
I'm Jess.
I'm Nolan.
And we have a secret third thing here.
Thing.
Have you not seen that it can be this, or a secret third thing?
No.
Yes.
Great, here we go. We're already gonna start. I'll just slouch, sit down. This is the podcast now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Valerie. I also go to this school, so
Yeah, she's another classmate has hit the podcast.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that works.
Mm-hmm. That's very, very exciting to be here.
I know that you've been wearing the sunglasses the whole time we've been getting set up. I just realized what they actually that they give you the DreamWorks eyebrow.
The with the scallop. No, literally, like coming out of the bathroom, and I looked at me straight down the hallway out there, and I was like, it was like boom, like the eyebrows.
It's drip.
Dude.
It's drip. I'm obsessed with the Fall Guys Unisonus merch wombo combo that we've got going here today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's.
You're so drippy.
No. What's funny about wearing oversized t-shirts and black leggings is you really can't have a symbolic shitty day outfit. This becomes and this is arguably more dressed up than I normally am.
I was gonna say, so
it's kind of funny.
Your shitty day outfit is not matching the color that you're supposed to be
exactly,
wearing. That's how I know. I can tell.
I actually did catch on to that too. I did.
Yeah.
But whipping out the black scrunchie is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No shade on black scrunchies. No, actually, oh my god, I love black scrunchies.
Sure.
Shout out
they
to
go
them.
with everything and anything.
Shout out to them.
I do miss scrunchies. When I had long hair, my hair was so thick that I wore exclusively scrunchies and claw clips for the last year and a half that I had long hair. Because I had hair down to my hips, and I'm 5'8", so that's a lot of hair.
That's a lot of hair.
I could tuck that in. Thanks, guys. I could tuck it into my pants, but I also had I also have really thick hair. So I was one of those people when you were grabbing my hair to put it into a ponytail, it was a fistful of hair.
Yeah.
So I got to a point where I got so sick of hair ties after 17 years that I switched entirely to scrunchies and claw clips before they were cool in 2018
Game
because
changer.
I was so desperate. And then in 2020 hit and they were both in.
Yes.
And I was like,
Even late 2019
And then
they were in, yeah.
but I chopped my hair by then.
No.
I chopped my hair up to my shoulders by the time they came back in.
That's actually so sad because I have sensory problems with hair tie, rubber bands, the tiny ones. If your mom, my mom, she loves to braid hair, so she'd leave these little rubber bands in my hair for hours in the day,
Oh, yeah.
and then they'd pop out because I am a fellow person with very thick hair, so I do understand the struggle is real.
One time a cis girl did my makeup when I was very early transition, and then she put my hair into those stupid little tiny pigtails with those stupid little rubber bands.
They're so cute though. That's the worst part.
It was the most dysphoric I ever felt, and I technically had full face makeup on. I had to say to her, I have to wipe this off. I'm very sorry. I've never felt this bad in my life.
I once accidentally made one of my trans friends feel really dysphoric because the way I have such structured cheekbones and everything that the way that I did my contour made her look more masculine.
Yeah.
So
that was essentially it, yeah.
I accidentally put the bold glamour filter on her, and she was like, "Why does my jaw look sharper? Why?" She's like, "Why do I look more masculine?" I was like, "My bad."
Snatched you. Sorry.
My bad.
But it sucks to have someone do your makeup, look in the mirror, and be like, wow, I feel like shit. Oh my god.
No, genuinely.
And the sharp little tiny eyeliner. It's just I looked horrible.
Yeah, I haven't had someone do my makeup in years. I only trust me, myself, and I. And honestly, lately, I've been feeling fine without it. There's something about taking it off after a long day and just I gotta fucking do all these steps and whatever. So it's nice not having to deal with that.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I was one of those people. I wore a full face every day of high school. If I was at the very least, because important asterisk, I went to high school between 2015 and 2019. I graduated class of 2019, so I was there for the 2016 era.
Oh shit!
So I had my thick ass eyebrows. I had a fucking cut crease at 8 a.m.
Mama,
my big ass wings, full contour. I'm wearing a whole fit because I was also I was also very Tumblr. I was super. I was I adored the like soft grunge era. I was thriving, mama.
Amen. Amen. I was one of those kids that wasn't allowed to have the internet until like 13. Ooh. Thank goodness, right?
I had unfettered internet access from a young age.
My roommate has not the same experience.
Right.
So imagine me being like, oh, I didn't see this till I was butted up. My roommate's like, yeah, well, I saw people dying when I was like 10.
Yeah.
Or like 6. So.
I found, I remember, this is going to date me. I remember
it's okay.
Before LiveLeak was called LiveLeak.
Oh my God.
It used to be called, Ogreish.
Ogreish.
Yeah. No, and I used to go on Ogreish. When I was like, entirely, like, this was like, I found Ogreish when I was like 6.
Or like, I thought this was Shrek videos. I thought this was all Shrek videos.
Exactly.
Ogre-ish. Come on now.
I think I ended up there because someone sent me a link to like a fucking Chinese factory. Like, it was like a Chinese factory accident.
Uh-huh.
Those used to rule Ogreish and LiveLeak.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like the one that I got like sent on, I shit you not, on girlsgogames.com. I got sent this link.
Uh-oh.
But the thing is that one wasn't even that bad in terms of like borderline snuff film internet content.
Yes. Yes.
But then like, you know, when you open the rest of the video show up and I was like, oh, I'll click on another one just out of curiosity. And I was like,
no, literally.
That man doesn't have a face now.
As a kid, I literally like ads with, well, I'm autistic, so this is I like certain ads would have a sound and I would be terrified of the certain sound for weeks, sometimes now to this day.
It's so real.
But I like, and so just to imagine me seeing something like that at that age is insane. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be the same person. I think I'd be someone else, like, seriously.
Especially being on like, you kind of fall, you and Nolan both kind of fall into like a different internet as a child than I did too, because like I was still kind of there. I started exploring the internet for kind of like in the end of like the forum era. Like where like forums were still really popular. MySpace was still really popular when I first started using it. Like Facebook was a thing, but it was still something that like everyone my age was getting Facebook because there were games on there, like Farmville that we wanted to play.
I was about to say Farmville mentioned.
Facebook
Mafia.
blows my mind because like I could have sworn when I was like 10, it felt like our generation wasn't going to do it. It was like, oh, that's for old people. Like, we're not doing Facebook. It felt like we were on Snapchat, Instagram, and all that. And then suddenly, like, everyone's just on Facebook. And I'm like, no. Like, and I have all these follow requests from everyone, old teachers and friends and shit. And I'm like, no, I'm not on Facebook. I'm here because they required it to make a MetaQuest account in 2020. 2020.
Or
it's so fair.
You just want to rekindle with some family. I have a lot of family I haven't talked to in so long, and if I had a Facebook, I'd be able to do that easy. But I'm like, no, it's for old people.
It's just
I
just thought we were going to skip it.
If it makes you guys feel any better, my boyfriend, who's 2 years older, exclusively uses Facebook for Facebook Messenger.
Sure.
Which is really funny because on Sunday, right, we were supposed to go to a birthday party for his mother and grandmother.
That's slay.
Right? So this was super like, and we were super excited to go because like everyone's gonna be there. We were like, we can finally show up for something now that I'm not working full time. Like it's great.
Yeah.
And we start texting Ace's mom at noon to figure out when we're supposed to be there. We finally give up texting and calling her and switch to his sisters at 5. And we text his sister Nikki. We're like, hey, when does this party start? We've been trying to get a hold of mom all day to find out when we're supposed to be there for dinner.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, it started at 2. Everyone left. We were like,
gagged.
And we were like, and no one called us. No one asked where we were. So yeah, then we showed up 3 full hours late and still with our gifts in hand. Like we had flowers for both of them.
Yeah.
Ace's grandma had left.
Oh my God.
We were like, damn. And they were like, well, we sent you guys an invite on Facebook. And Ace was like, you guys all know I don't use Facebook. Lori, his mom, does not use Facebook very often. She doesn't even use her phone.
Yeah.
Like that was why we couldn't get a hold of her, was that she set her phone down at like 11 a.m. and just didn't pick it back up for the rest of the day. So we were like, damn, you guys all know. And they still, not a single person. We were like,
so like messy.
We're like, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because for so long we couldn't make it to stuff because either I was working or like Ace was working or
yeah.
I
need to bleep that. I'm stupid. Sorry. You're at unnamed coffee shop.
Yeah, we're at unnamed coffee shop that is our favorite here in Gamerco, New Mexico.
Gamerco? Oh, yeah. That's where we live.
Yeah, we do live in
There's
Gamerco,
a city
New Mexico.
in New Mexico called Gamerco.
Yeah.
That's where we live.
Yeah, what are you talking about? That's where we are.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. I
Right.
see. Yeah, it's orange here.
It is so orange here.
So fucking
So
orange.
orange.
We just have a filter that's like covering the orange,
Yeah.
so you can't see how like
You know-
crazy it is.
Yeah, you know how in like movies, whenever you're in like the American Southwest, it's always like a little more brown. That's actually what
do
it
you think the
looks.
glasses are for? I needed a break from the orange today. These are blue tinted.
There's too much fucking orange.
Too much damn orange.
Oh no.
I wish there was more orange. It would make this color on the walls easier to match.
Dude, this color is insane. Imagine trying to make short form out of this.
No.
Yeah, we were
With
trying
these
to.
fucking colors in the background.
We were trying to figure out how to make our. We still haven't figured out how to make a TikTok video look nice, because the color of these walls is so hard to match with literally anything.
Because you can't just like blur this in the background.
Nah.
And also, I'm wearing a different bright color every single episode.
That doesn't
Oh.
help.
That doesn't
any.
help. So we can't just make the background blue and we're wearing neutral colors. It's just a mess.
The
We're too
editing-
a mess.
Yeah, the
We're
edit-
too committed to the drip to
Pretty much. Why don't you do TikTok? We dress too good.
drip.
That's
Too,
why.
drip too hard.
Drip too hard. Don't stand too
My
close.
my swag do different. They will kill me.
No, it's that. Oh my god. Like, imagine having a green screen then. Like you just paint it green.
There we go.
That's what we need. That's what we need
You
to
know
do.
what? Get the TV out of here. Nobody cares.
No,
Big
who
green
uses
screen.
it? No offense. Like,
We tried. We
clips.
we tried using it.
Even that.
Like the first couple of weeks, and it's impossible to use this for like anything. If we want to use a TV, we're gonna have to use the one behind me. And
yeah,
and when
we're
we
gonna have
want
to use fucking Karen from SpongeBob.
No, literally. There's a line moving across. That's actually such a
Sheldon.
good idea if you guys had like a little character in here that would interrupt your banter and be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And you're
We
like,
need a
"Oh, shut up,
mascot.
Nancy," and then you go back.
we need a merch creature. That's what we
That's
need.
our merch creature.
I would.
We need a this is our this came out of my bag. So
Oh, that's nice.
until like 2 weeks ago, my giant purse was full of rubber duckies and various rubber animals.
As you do.
Because the place that I play bingo at has a play until you win ducky machine in it.
Oh, and
So-
you won.
Every week. Every week, baby. But I finally pulled all of the duckies out of my bag. Now they live in my bingo bag instead,
That's
because I
good.
have a separate bingo bag.
Guys, we're
finally.
moving bags. It's bingo this time. That's what they said. Literally.
For real. Well, because Spirit Halloween had these really cute canvas totes that were like this, like, you know, like 12 by 12, and they're like $4.
Yep.
Shout out to
Um,
Spirit Halloween.
And we've got deals. Did I show you the umbrella?
Oh,
Yes, you did.
Oh,
yeah, we
man.
got.
Yes,
yeah,
you
we got.
did.
Flash it up on screen. Holy hell.
Bow.
Dude, it's a 60-inch umbrella that I got for $5.
No, literally.
And it's like sturdy.
I need to go pick one up.
Today is a bad day,
Wow.
but that is like the one. Every time I enter my car, like kind of sad about what's going on in the world, I think about my umbrella.
And it makes
Oh,
you happy.
and it makes
Oh
me
yeah,
happy.
important asterisk to today. We are we are recording approximately like 10 hours after they called it for Trump.
Yeah, we're recording before they recounted all the votes and Kamala Harris is the real president.
Yeah.
So
It's awful
sorry.
right now. It's sorry.
We unfortunately are recording from the worst timeline.
Yes, we are. I was gonna have a bit about your umbrella.
Oh,
How so?
Like, so if you walked around with it, would it feel like? Do you know like that movie called like The Arrival, where the giant ship is approaching and everything covers with cloud? That's how you know you're coming, like around the corner if it rains. Like, I think that's amazing.
cloud
I
just
think yeah.
shows.
I think I understand it, but yeah, I've never seen it.
So
I haven't either. It's
yeah,
okay.
the
I
basic.
think I get that.
It's literally just that at the beginning of the arrival, the way you can tell that the spaceship is coming is that there's just like a line of shadow that
Right. Okay.
arrives.
Okay.
That's you on the way.
Yeah, that's-
Honestly, yes. It's a huge umbrella. I love it. I'm so happy. I want like it's not even like, oh, I want to drop ship them or anything. It's like I want to like buy them for everyone I love. Right?
That's an
It's
awesome
like they're $5 umbrellas. Like I want to like give them out as gifts and be like, did you want like the best umbrella ever? I don't know. There's probably a catch. I probably need to stop. Like
No,
these
I'll
umbrellas are probably secretly
They're
like made
cursed.
of tinfoil.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Or they were made with like child labor.
See, you're having like a nice version of what happened to me when I was still working at Cracker Barrel, and I found out that one of the Amish creams that they have there, because there's a lot of like there's a whole wall that's just random cosmetics, and it's all like Burt's Bees, Amish made, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, I forgot. It's like also a shop. You
yeah.
can buy stuff. Never been there.
It's
Context. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's so fair. Yeah. So in the gift shop, there's a whole wall that's just like it's basically just natural cosmetics and old lady cosmetics and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like soaps, bits and pieces. But they had a bunch of like Amish brand stuff because that's like a thing. And there were these 2 Amish foot creams. One of them was made with colloidal silver, and I didn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because I have an inherent distrust of colloidal silver.
I'm sure it sounds horrible.
They love
Like
that shit.
it just sounds like an ingredient to avoid.
It's one of those
Yes.
things
Listen
that
to
people who think they know about health think it's really good for you.
Yes.
Turns you blue.
Yes, there is a this is gonna get a little dark, not really. I don't know. There's a religious
We're a dark podcast.
There's a religious group. If you could find the name, I think you could pull it. I might tell you. But it's they were
I
called
can
like the
find
Smurf people because
I know.
they
No, I know
what you're talking about.
ingested
Power
so
off the phone.
much.
We've seen this.
Yeah. They ingested so much colloidal silver, they all turned blue, and that's just one of those things where it's like, and you still are doing it. You
Yeah.
still think it's okay.
Yeah, so I didn't touch that one, but the
Schizophrenia.
other one was really nice because it was for neuropathic leg and foot pain.
Oh.
But it was I worked on my feet all day, and I would just slather like my legs and feet, and at the end of the night, I'd wake up the next day with no pain. It was great.
Wow.
So the year that I found that, I got so excited. I bought it for so many of my friends that like worked on their feet, and a bunch of them looked at me and went, "Jesse, did you really get me medicine for Christmas?" And I'm like,
You're like, no.
You'll thank me later.
I'm like, you don't
I saved
understand.
your life for Christmas.
Yeah, 'cause these are
I
people that-
extended your life by 20 years for Christmas.
Well, because these were people, I was specifically giving it to people who like, because I worked as a server, right? I could go and sit in the back and whatever. So I wasn't even that bad compared to like my friends that worked at like Subway.
Yeah.
And they were just
Oh.
stuck standing there.
Or me working Walmart online grocery. You walk around with
Oh,
that
yeah.
cart all day. Yeah, and then you don't sit down until your 15-minute
tough.
break.
Yeah, my friend Shelby worked in stocking at one of the Walmarts around here, and then she always got pulled to help with online stuff because she knew where everything was. But it really sucked for her because she has like a lot of chronic knee and like leg pain.
Oh.
So she
yeah.
would go from stocking, which she was like could manage because that's go stand there in one spot and stock,
Yeah.
into online fulfillment where she was running around and grabbing one thing, and she was like, my legs would hurt so bad at the end of those shifts. I got to the
God.
point that I had to tell them no
No.
because she's like, I need to be able to clock in the day after my shift actually.
Oh my god. Human labor, guys. It's not fun.
Let's get those Tesla robots in here immediately.
No.
Oh my
Oh my god.
There's this, I'm sorry, I just got so excited because
It's
I forgot to tell you
okay.
guys, there's a Cybertruck that parks across the street from my house all the time now.
Wow.
And I just have to look at it every
Yeah.
fucking day and be like, God
Resist the
damn
urge
it.
to throw eggs at it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm looking at it from like my fridge, like where I'm emptying out my fridge of all this like rotten stuff. And I'm like, I really could just, I can see it from here.
You know what I think about? The doors and how they close.
I
No handles.
was explaining to
Like-
my dad how they cut off your fingers if you're not
Yeah,
careful.
I was actually going to go into depth about that. People, one were like practicing it with like pizzas, but then this guy was like, what if I use my fingers, guys? What if I did that? And then someone ended up getting very hurt. Don't do it. And then, the back thing, the conveyor belt thing that goes in and out. Yeah, that'll chop anything off, anything. Yeah, so... Not really, but it's just like really crazy. Like, why are you making it seem like it's this safe, warm, inviting thing, like this new thing, and it's just like cold, sharp, heavy, expensive,
I was-
ugly.
I was explaining to my dad that one of the worst things is that like because the wiring is so fucked, because everything about it is fucked. I was like, so yeah, you know how when a car dies and you can still turn the wheels? My dad was like, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, you can't do that in a Tesla or in a Cybertruck. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, it's not a mechanical steering wheel. I was like, it's connected electronically. So there have been a lot of issues with people's steering wheels just not connecting to the tires anymore.
Oh, bad.
And he was like, what?
Yes,
I was
you heard
like-
me correctly.
I was like, you heard me correctly. This was while the Cybertruck was like driving behind us. Because I was
And
just
you're like, all right, let me just bust out the list
I
of
was like,
all these Tesla and Cybertruck, Elon Musk facts.
the whole thing.
I was
the
like, all right,
doing
Dennis, let me break down some social media discourse here for you once again.
Y'all know the oil spill ones? The like, okay, like,
Oh,
that affect like the rainbow swirl,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
green shit. They were, they have Tesla, or Cybertrucks with it, and it looks like when you're in Roblox and you get to the end of the game and you can have like a sparkly little thing and then like fly around and think you're the shit. Yeah,
The
that's
path.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
From the object grabber.
When did you
things.
play Roblox?
All the time.
Like
Started?
What year?
Oh boy, 2011.
Okay,
I think I
we're
started.
there.
Nice. Yeah.
Just started in 2024.
Yeah, I'm a new gen.
never late.
I started playing
Shame
for
on you.
I started playing for Dress to Impress. I can't even lie.
That's understandable. That's crazy. The epidemic is crazy with Dress to Impress.
I think the most embarrassing thing is that I couldn't beat the Halloween event.
Oh?
Because every time I would go in there, I would get stuck with a bunch of, kids because it's Dress to Impress. And they would all leave, and I'd be trying to do it by myself. And you can only attempt to do, like, stupid games that are meant to kill you over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it. Like, they were fun. They would have been way more fun if I had more than one person in there trying to find all the fucking parts of her luggage.
Yeah, like, it's fun to do it with friends, I would say, because that's mainly when I do it. But then it's always like, did you give me 5 stars? Like, did you give my outfit 5 stars? And it's like, oh.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than when someone comes out and you're like, ugh, and then you realize it was your friend. You're like,
That happened many times, and I felt really bad.
I've done that too. I'll be sitting there, I'm like, this did not eat, and they'll be like, Jess, and I'll be like, what? Can I help you? I said what I said.
I'm speaking my truth.
No,
Don't try to censor me.
The amount of Roblox. Oh, every genre of that like whole site is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've delved into like every horror aspect, every like random like think of like a Beyonce obby or like
I love
Nirvana obby. Yeah.
I
like,
remember
it's awesome.
there was one that me and my friend Henry sat in for like 3 hours, and we don't know why. It was called the Brat Experience. It was literally just playing a couple of songs from Brat over and over again, and had like a couple like obbies in it.
Yeah, just
and
green and black.
Yeah, and there was like there was nothing in it. Like there's nothing.
That's old Roblox.
But
that's what's crazy. Much like that, like when you're a kid, especially, you spend those 3 hours in Brat.
Amen.
Yeah. In the Brat Experience.
It's just that.
Yes.
It's like a Phineas and Ferb map with like just the house and just Doofenshmirtz, and you just like you have to walk across them for like 10 minutes to get to the other. It's just like that.
Getting into Roblox is like getting into random like bullshit obbies scratches the same itch that like joining random Minecraft servers and getting banned off of them right away used to.
Yes. Or Gmod. Yes. Like with Roblox, like you know what I take very seriously? Work at a pizza place is one of the greatest Roblox games of all time.
Nolan and I are planning at some point to do a Roblox stream just to play
Please.
Work at a pizza place
Please.
together.
I love that. I have
let me
all
know.
the game passes on that shit. When the manager leaves, I get a notification.
Dude.
and I don't just get a notification, I get a request to teleport.
Damn.
A crow sends you the letter.
This is
Pretty
nepotism
much.
right here. This is a nepo baby.
Dead ass.
I'm glad that you have Work at a Pizza Place Simulator nepo baby and not Do Well at YouTube nepo baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's in the right spot.
You gotta pick your battles, and some. You know what?
Yeah.
Work at a pizza place is way more important than any
Absolutely.
YouTube
Yeah.
fame. That
Oh,
we could-
absolutely.
I love being the cashier, but it's like pressing 4 buttons: soda, cheese pizza, sausage, or pepperoni.
It's like
That's
real
the
life.
only options. And then the person will be like, the NPC will be like, pepperoni or sausage, and then get a soda. And I'm like, you're stupid. Like I would yell. I'm like, stupid.
Ace got actually worried because I've been like, since I have an iPad, I've been like iPad gaming extensively, like a bunch of random games that I have wanted forever but didn't have a big enough screen to get away with playing. So I've been playing Good Pizza, Great Pizza a lot, and
Period.
but Ace told me that I had to stop a couple weeks ago, like, and take a break because I fucked up like one too many pizzas and I crashed out a little bit about it, and he was like Jess,
You crashing out is so real.
I was crashing out over Good Pizza, Great Pizza.
Have you played that?
Nope.
So
Not a drop.
yeah, so basically the short version of what happened was that in Good Pizza, Great Pizza, sometimes you'll get orders that aren't actually like orders. You can ask for clarification because someone will just walk up and be like, I don't like pepperoni pizza.
Because they do that shit in real life.
Yeah, and you can either do what and actually get what they want, which is usually like for that one, it's they want a cheese pizza. Yeah, you can literally just ask what and then after that you can click a hint and it'll just tell you what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I think that's actually when I stopped playing the game because I was getting so mad because I wasn't expecting it to get as hard down the line as it did. But then I was also like, oh, this is a grindy game,
yeah,
like
and
a sweaty game.
And there was one day that I was in there, and they were like, I want. And sometimes they just hit you with like random ones. Like there was one where there was a little boy that wanted to, he was in there to study for his math test. So he would walk in and be like, I need 2/3 of 1/4 of 5 pizzas to be like you'd have to do actual math and
food
shit.
Service though.
Yeah. So
That's
I was
craziest
doing
part
that.
is it sounds like it's just an obstacle, but like you really work
Yeah,
and
no,
people will
it is.
treat you like that.
And then
It's a little too real.
no, and so there was one day that I was playing it and I was doing it and I just like looked at my iPad and I was like, what the fuck do you want? What do you want? And Ace was like, you need to stop.
No, I gotta figure it out.
and in my head, I'm like, this is my most reasonable crash out. I don't know what you mean.
I actually wouldn't bat an eye. No.
Yeah, pretty much. No.
They put me back into food service for more than an hour, and I am I can't handle it anymore.
No, let me at him type shit. No, literally. In my dorm, if you're in there, that's all it is. We will have Family Guy funny moments on for hours, or South Park, or both, and we will play either Roblox. I will play The Sims, some Pokemon game, or like we were just both like brain rotted on like me and my roommate across the room, not even talking to each other, like on a Roblox game, just.
That's so fair.
It's what I look forward to, unironically.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a nice, it's like meditation in a way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and some days you're gonna cry for those memories.
It's
Your glasses.
It's true.
Someday you're gonna cry for those.
yeah, someday you're gonna cry for those memories.
Are you really crying?
That's how it felt. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, actually. They're so good. Our audio listeners, I am begging you to tune in just to see Nolan's sunglasses.
Oh my God, audio listeners, I'm hanging from the ceiling actually from a harness.
Audio listeners, how's your drawing going?
True.
Are your chores going well? That's usually what I do. I like popping in headphones.
The assignment's due tomorrow.
You need to write that essay. You think you can write it tonight? You need to start it now.
If you're getting distracted, just pause us. We will be here. Your due date will not. Yeah.
That's Nolan speaking from experience.
Oh yeah.
We've talked at length. I wouldn't normally call you out like that if we hadn't talked at length in the podcast about.
But yeah, my poor school ethic.
Chronic procrastination.
The latest update is that I have a 135% in English and a 44% in economics, which just shouldn't be like possible.
I think my favorite part about that is that this is the same English class that you like crash and burned last semester.
Oh,
different professor.
Different professor,
yes.
but
Same
time.
I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about the
failed English.
There's just something about the dichotomy of the class that you failed being also the class the next semester that you're getting almost 150%.
Not me.
That professor made it damn easy though. He had like a thing in that class where he was talking about like writing quality, and he was like, could you do all of this class in 3 weeks? And I'm like, oh my God, 3 weeks? It's just such a simple class. It's like we're just writing like 300 word like responses like every week. It's like, oh my God, so easy. And he's like, could you do this class in 3 weeks? I'm like, I could do this class in 3 days. Like
make it 3 days.
If I make it the Google Chrome folder and I right click open all in new tabs, I get through that. That's how I did
so
all
real.
of philosophy last semester. In just a couple days.
That's how I survived all of college, was just by making everything.
So the whole thing, actually.
Having just all of my assignments open as different tabs until I got it done. A miracle worker, especially when I got to the point that I had so many assignments that I had to have multiple windows with different tabs. So I would like open up my MacBook and there would be like 4 whole, and I'd be like, I think I might need to do some of these assignments actually.
But yeah, then what's so scary about that is like there's so many, but then it's so rewarding to watch them slowly go down. It's magic.
Give me this one. Oh,
when you can finally actually read the
when
suggestion
some
at
characters
the top.
come in.
when it goes from just being the Google Chrome logo or like the university logo and whatever to actually being like, this website this assignment name, and you're like, holy shit,
we're making progress. We're getting there. No, literally.
That and the canvas confetti are what got me through my senior year.
I just had that. I rushed because I was like, no, I'm making it to this podcast. I'm gonna do it. I rushed this assignment and.
Priorities.
No, honestly, it probably sounded like AI, the last paragraph, because I was like, and then this, and then that is why. And then I sent it in, and I got the confetti, and I was like, yeah, I'm such a genius. Look at me.
I feel like I really caught the last fucking... I caught the last fucking plane out, because graduating, like, this last year instead of this year, I caught the last plane out of fucking Nanking before AI turned everything to shit.
Yeah.
Because for my senior year, it started to be a thing, where like I remember my fall semester, no one had AI. Like my fall semester, no one had AI anything written in their syllabus.
Yeah.
The next semester, they all had something written in, and the university had established their their official stance on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was like a crazy turnover for me, and then I graduated, and now everyone I know is like. Yeah, so everyone just uses ChatGPT.
And that most of the like professors and like high school and everything teachers, most of their time is spent checking whether or not it's AI and not actually grading and giving feedback.
Yeah, and like my professor for psychology has expressed like, I understand if you have a not dumb question, but a question for anything like Google can't answer, like, but like, how do you do it this way? ChatGPT could like in some ways easily dumb things down for you.
And
at least
great. You can,
but
and if
also,
it doesn't make sense, you can say, okay, explain it like I'm 5, and it will, and it'll make sense.
Yeah,
but the problem is that it'll also just lie to you for fun.
That is an issue.
That's the thing is that like so sometimes if you just like put stuff in the ChatGPT and you're like, hey, when did this happen? If it doesn't know, it'll just make up facts.
What?
Yeah.
On rare occasions. But like it's a thing where you can't.
It used to be a lot more common.
Yeah.
They've been trying to train it out. But.
And it's a thing where like it'll be confidently wrong. Like one time I was like, I have a SD card with a bunch of movies in my car. I can watch Spirited. I can watch Aladdin 2019. I can watch a lot of movies in my car at any time. And so
That's
I
impressive.
I was asking ChatGPT, I was like, wouldn't it be like weird if I got pulled over and somehow they found the SD card? Like, wouldn't that be proof that I like pirated the movies? And they're like, no, you can actually download movies using HBO Max and, the iTunes store. And I'm like, not as MP4s. No. And I corrected it. And it was like, okay, then maybe it's illegal. I don't fucking know.
ChatGPT, like, okay, I guess not.
Okay,
Fuck, my bad.
Like, bro, it's your whole thing. Like, back on also some early AI. I don't know if you guys know, but like Wonder. It used to be Wumbo Dream, but now it's Wonder. I used to use that and like have fun just in my bed, like making fun scenery pictures of like alien worlds and stuff. And that was back when no one was really using AI whatsoever. Yeah. And so it felt like
and it couldn't compete
niche.
with like actual art. It was like this weird kind of like
it was so new that like people. I remember even like artists were like putting their art into it to see what it would turn into.
Yeah.
Like it was fun. And then it got good enough that people started using it instead of artists. And everyone, wait.
No, it's scary. It's like, on some real shit. It's scary. Artists in the room. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Especially
some video stuff.
Especially as someone that's trying to get into digital art. Like I'm finally like now that I have an iPad, I'm getting like properly into digital art. Yeah, Ibis X, my beloved. Ibis Paint X, my beloved.
That's good too. Yep.
Yeah, it's because it's free. That's why I use it.
That's right, baby.
You gotta love.
Meta Bing Paint, baby. Yep.
No, but so it's scary now because like recently Twitter uploaded their TOS that any art and any images on there will be fed into their AI to be trained.
Thank you.
But I don't want that. I don't want my art to be fed into an AI.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want that?
It should have like, if you want this, da 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 da.
Yeah,
it's like you have no choice. We're putting it in our
we have no choice. We're gonna burn down the Amazon to build you a fucking Google search result.
No. Like, guys, no. Like, oh my god.
I feel like maybe we should figure out how to do AI without going through like a small African village's worth of water every search before we start relying on it as much as we are.
Google just bought 7 nuclear power plants.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank God. Thank God we could. So now we got all the energy to like generate like, because Google AI will be extra dumb.
Yeah, we tried to
eat 2 small rocks per day.
Oh my.
I forgot what it said that too. It was like how to pass kidney stones. It was like eat 2 small rocks per day.
Didn't the priest AI say to give your baby Gatorade or something?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. I delved into that, and it was just so like this AI thing. I'm gonna go into like how older people are. They fully believe this. I see it in ads actually. I saw it in ads for a certain party in campaigns, and I'm like, that's AI. You can't.
You can't do that.
No, literally.
Thinking about the deep fake that I don't know if you're caught up with this, but Elon Musk made an official America Twitter account that he was just using to post
at America.
It's at America and is like officially verified as the America Twitter account, but it's run by like Elon Musk. And they posted a deep fake of Martin Luther King Jr. promoting Donald Trump for president.
Horrible.
And I bet you the like older folks were like, that's funny. Like,
they were like,
I gotta send that to everyone.
Yeah, funny. And then they're also like, yeah, but he probably would stand with Trump in this election.
Yeah, and then they take that as like, oh no, he actually did. Like,
no, it's crazy.
It's actually like he tapped
shared
into
a lot
the
of
future
the same beliefs with Donald Trump.
He took too many like salvia seeds and was like, hey, no, I know what's gonna happen like a long time down the line.
I love to imagine Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. doing salvia and being like, Donald Trump is going to win the election in 2024, and the CIA being like, he knows too much. That's why they took him out.
Guys, don't take notes on this. This could be real. It's just like that Donald Trump, if you could hear me, that one video.
Dude, we're gonna. The podcast is going to end because all of us are going to have commit suicide with 3 bullets to the back of the head and then hanging ourselves.
Yeah.
The CIA did it. The CIA did it.
Yeah.
We were not suicidal before this podcast.
I can't say the same thing.
No, I was about to say like, no, we're fine.
Not bad. If y'all could see my Twitter drafts, you wouldn't. See, the thing is that the CIA could kill me any way they want. Someone opens my Twitter drafts, they're going to be like, yeah, she probably killed herself.
Right, that's going to be the CIA's evidence.
They're going to be like, fuck. Her notes app? Yeah.
Oh, and I've told you guys a million times how pirating games in a safe way has always made...
Use a VPN.
I know.
They won't catch you.
But it's like...
Use protection, kids.
I feel like when I just wanted Pokemon White, because I never had it growing up. I didn't have a 3DS. And I got it on my computer. It was awesome, right? Mm-hmm. And then I felt like I was going to go... Like the FBI or CIA was going to kick down my door and be like... And I was going to be like... And then never have my Pokemon. So... It scared me, but then I realized it's really bad if you use that to sell it yourself.
Yeah,
like
that's the only time they're like actually really serious about it.
Okay. Yeah,
Nintendo, like the Pokemon company as a whole is actually surprisingly chill about fan games and stuff like that for the most part because they recognize that it really doesn't eat into their sales at all.
No. Pal World?
Pal World they did have an issue with though because that was not...
Oh, and they
were trying to make money off of it because they were trying to sell it as a whole separate IP instead of trying to be like, you know, how fan games are where it's like, okay, here's Pokemon Brown. This is uploaded for free on the internet. Have fun.
But then no,
you don't even have to pay
weird.
for it. That's the thing.
Nintendo just like this September or whatever trademarked the trope in games of collecting monsters with balls, and they just trademarked that now, and they were like, "Oh, see, Pal World infringed our trademark."
Okay, but Pal World definitely infringed their trademark before that. Let's be. Dude, there was literally like they made every Pokemon and then just gave it a slightly different name.
Or swapped the colors
and then
like the opposite ones.
Yeah, and then gave it a gun.
The thing is it's like, well, maybe Pokemon should start making like new open world things where you can like not necessarily...
Hey, we saw the leaks.
Yeah, we saw the leaks. It's not...
They have some interesting ideas over
Sorry
there.
to bring that back to the listeners here,
I think that the leaks are really interesting.
They are. But what like... It's like we should move towards maybe take these fan things and put things together like, oh, maybe we should go to this direction with open world and like you can craft things and you can ride more things.
I genuinely think that Game Freak as a company probably would if Nintendo wasn't there.
Yeah.
But Nintendo loves its brand recognizability, baby. The only characters that are allowed to do new things are Mario and Sonic, and then we can figure out.
And even then, they don't do much new.
Yeah, no. Bring back Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. This is one of my big crusades. I love Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and we need to bring back getting a new one for every single Olympic fucking medal. I want to watch Shadow the Hedgehog do a fucking do another fucking ice routine.
We have to. My roommate has the 2014 one.
I love that one.
Yeah, and I was like very specific year, but this is fucking epic. Like, I do remember like Olympic Games being very common.
Yeah,
and,
I have.
Yeah.
I got all of the ones that were available for DS and 3DS. I got them every year they came out.
That's
I
awesome.
love those games.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nintendo games in general, though. Like,
So do I.
They're so good. That's part of my problem is that like with like getting into my iPad games, like so many of them now are just actual games that they've made touchscreenable. Like like I'm playing Cooking Mama,
Wow, yeah.
and I'm playing like
literally,
and I'm playing like the I don't remember what it's called, but it's the like taiko drum game that's only available.
Taiko no Taku?
Yeah.
Taiko no Tatsujin?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they have Taiko no Tatsuden on
I have played it. I have arcade. I'm tapped in like you. Don't worry. It's. I love my rhythm games.
But they even have stuff like Oregon Trail, like just like basic ass games, and my little brain is like yes.
Little
things.
version of bigger thing. Yes.
I can carry this with me. I can take it with me.
Yeah.
Me sitting my ass in like a public place playing Cooking Mama with my AirPods in, like yes.
No, literally.
Let me slice up those veggies.
The Vanilla Frosty was back for a couple weeks.
Wait, was it? We missed it?
Because the pineapple... Oh, no, it's still here. But the pineapple Frosty isn't actually like a new flavor. It's just a pineapple flavoring in the vanilla.
Yeah, I don't know. Val, I don't know if you know this lore. We are the #1 Wendy's fan podcast as well.
Are you serious?
Not certified. But
Not certified.
Oh!
But we are on a crusade that Wendy should make the vanilla Frosty the permanent
Yeah, I
Frosty.
thought we were still talking about Cooking Mama. I was like, what?
No. It's all good.
But
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
we are on a lifelong crusade that the vanilla, even though the chocolate Frosty is the original,
Do
the
not
vanilla
care.
Frosty should be the one that's there year round because no one likes the chocolate Frosty more than the vanilla one.
yeah, that's so interesting. Like that's
Yeah,
perspective
But yeah,
because
go on.
no, I was just gonna say I don't mind like the chocolate one, but it's kind of gets
Wow.
boring after the 5 bites.
Have you
in.
dipped your fries in a vanilla one?
No,
You gotta dip your fries in a vanilla Frosty, dude.
I think I can put that on my like bucket list.
You
for
gotta.
life, dude. Like that's
There's something about the seasoning that Wendy's puts on their fries that it goes perfectly.
that I agree with.
Because once you get the vanilla Frosty in there, you get that salty sweet combo. Oh, I get a large fry just to dunk my. I always get my go-to Wendy's order, nuggets with barbecue sauce because you got to get the Wendy's barbecue sauce.
That does slap. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or
And then-
ghost pepper ranch.
And then you
That
get
shit's
the.
good too.
I'm just not a ranch person. I respect it, but I'm not a ranch person.
Oh, I see.
And then you got to get a large fry.
Gotta.
You got to get a large Frosty to go with your large fry because every fry is gonna be loaded up with ice cream.
Yeah, I gotta ammo
Every
with the
single
weapon.
time. Exactly.
Right.
And then a large of any fountain drink of your choice.
Oh,
My
that's-
go-to is lemonade.
Oh, I love the ginger ale ones. Like when they have the big machine where you can like
Yeah.
have the different ginger ales. I'm like, I want the lemon one.
I love a Coca-Cola freestyle. I love a Coca-Cola freestyle machine.
Ooh.
The ones that
Yeah.
I remember the first place in town that had like a Coke freestyle machine was Noodles and Company.
Yes.
And I remember that vividly because the first time I went into Noodles and Company, I saw that and I had no clue how to use it. I was like,
Yeah.
and then I tapped it. I was like, why are there so many? There's so many options. And I just kept. There were
like a
more
red
options
box.
every time I tapped it. I was like, it was insane because that was before everything was touchscreen too.
You're like, what do you mean Diet Coke strawberry? Like,
Yeah, why?
Get out of here.
Exactly what it sounds like.
What do you mean?
Is that
What do you
want?
mean? Icy fruit punch comes in 7 different flavors.
Yeah.
No, and then you hit that, and there's a bunch of other ones for the fruit. Like
feel
it
like-
goes on and on forever.
And it's great.
And it's
so
great.
good.
It's awesome. I actually Wendy's has really big drinks.
They do.
No, I wasn't able to finish my ginger ale at work. And I was like, oh, it's so good. Like, why can't I finish it? Oh, whatever. No, they're so good.
I
They're
love
so good.
I love fast food restaurants that know what the fuck they are and have a giant large. If you don't have if your large drink from your fast food restaurant doesn't look like a bucket,
You're doing it wrong.
you're doing it wrong. If it doesn't like I've always maintained that the best you can tell what places are going to have a good large by if they have to make the bottom of their cup smaller to fit into the average cup
Oh,
holder.
yes.
That's how you know.
I am actually trying to right now look up the Master Chief meal at KFC, the Halo meal at KFC. KFC Halo meal.
I'm glad that we're we
Yes,
really are fast
bitch.
food, the fast food and Twitter discourse podcast.
Pretty
truly.
much, yeah. That's what we've shrunk down to.
That's all that matters.
It's the What's it called? Guitar Hero meal.
Guitar.
It's the Guitar Hero meal from
I remember that. The good old days.
KFC. Yeah. Oh.
Back when they still had I remember they used to call that the laptop boxes at the KFC. Do you remember that? Nolan, do you remember that?
No.
Do you guys I was like, you guys are younger than me, so you might not remember the laptop boxes.
We wouldn't go to KFC as normally as much as I think other people. It was a treat if my Dionachi came to the house with like 2 buckets and the biscuits. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good night. We're gonna watch Marvel movies with my uncle. And
I had one friend growing up that was super picky, and so I only got KFC when she wanted, because that was the only place she would eat fried chicken from.
So you were like, I got you.
Yeah, we would either eat KFC, we would eat food from a local pizza place that I don't want to name for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm. Good work.
Yeah. See,
sometimes she just names it and doesn't even realize. Not the same place, but you know.
Yeah. No, I just rattle things off. I'm usually the one that we have to cover up. But yeah, it was either that or like McDonald's, or like there were so few places that she would eat takeout food from, and even at home, all she would really eat was like ramen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was still skinny as a twig, the bitch. Used to piss me off.
We've all had that one.
But so I would only get KFC when like she wanted KFC and we could talk our parents into that. So I remember like it was a special treat when I would get that little, because I don't know if it was actually called the laptop box, but that was what everyone called it.
You were like, well, now it is. So
yeah, because it was just like, you know, like a movie theater popcorn box.
Oh, we don't do boxes.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we don't.
Oh, girl,
I know at the AMC,
like Dairy Queen.
Yeah, well, because I mentioned specifically like a movie theater kids popcorn box, because you know it usually has like the different spots where like the popcorn goes here.
Yeah,
there's a slot here to put like some fruit snacks into.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that,
so
but it had fried chicken in it, and it had a cover on the top that when you picked up, it had games in it. So you could lift it up, and there was like a maze and like a word search in there, and then all of your food was underneath it. It was awesome.
I literally know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
you're amazing. Tapping into my fucking like brain chemistry. This is crazy.
That was why I was here, because that discontinued like during my childhood, and I know that you guys are both a bit younger. I don't remember how much younger than me you are. But
I'm 21. I just turned 21 the 22nd of October.
Okay, yeah. So you're like 2 years younger than me.
Yes.
Because I turned 24 in May.
Period.
So you love to see it.
I love to see that.
Yeah, and I turned 18 in February. I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding.
That reminds me.
I turned 20 in February.
Okay.
That reminds me. My friend, my friend his boyfriend used to get so mad at him because they had like a height difference. Because like my friend was like 5'2" and his boyfriend was like 6'3", and sometimes they'd just be like walking in Target. And he would just like look over at his boyfriend who looks a little bit older than him too, because my 5'2" friend kind of had like baby face, and he'd like look up at him and he'd be like, why are you talking to me? I'm 16. Get away from me. I'm only 16. Like, even though we're all the same age.
Oh my God, imagine being just a person around there like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh my God, my sister-in-law posted a video on Facebook the other day. She like started her phone recording and like handed it to her husband. It was like, hey, can you like record me like walking away? Like, just because I'm going to post it on Instagram or something. And he was
okay,
like, yeah.
queen.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And as soon as he like lifts it up and she starts walking off, she goes, why are you recording me? Stop doing that. Get your camera off of me. I'm just trying to walk through. And he was like, I swear to God.
You know what that makes me think of? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, lady. No, if I see her in public, I'm running the opposite direction.
Nolan, do you have any idea what we're talking about? Nolan does not use TikTok.
I'm so sorry. I don't either anymore. But when I was on TikTok, she would be like, I'm going to make a TikTok. Can you just hold my phone? Full in public. This is a nightmare for me because I have horrible, horrible, horrible secondhand embarrassment.
I'm obsessed with her.
Oh my God. And she would just be trying all the time. Like full blast, full speed, full volume.
Yeah, no, she would literally like hand over her phone, and then here I can recreate it. She'd literally stand up and just go, you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah.
And all the time. Like
and the poor victim just has to stand there like, ah.
Yeah, yes. And like a Walmart.
Yeah.
No, like a public place. It has to be a public space. Yes, they're always terrified.
Yeah.
I love shit like that.
Are their hands usually like shaking?
Sometimes.
Or they want it. They're like, oh my God, I know. Let me hold your phone, diva. Like, do your thing.
Ugh, that's when it goes too far.
It's kind of like, that's why I think that was why she stopped doing it, was because people started recognizing her. She's like, it's not as funny when everyone's like, oh, yeah.
For me, it's better because, well, that's just me. I
always love how every year, every Halloween, the trend on TikTok comes of being like, of like holding your phone out to someone who's like dressed as a witch and being like, can you record me for a TikTok real quick, like in my costume? And being like, yeah. And then he's like, witch.
No, I do like that one. That actually pops up on my Instagram sometimes.
Someone hit me with that. Well, I went out on Halloween, and I was dressed as a witch to go out to the bars, and someone came up. Someone hit me with that. And I was like,
it happened to me.
Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, like someone came up to me and was like, hey, can you record me for a TikTok real quick, with like a look in their face? And in my head, I was like, it's happening.
Oh my gosh, it's finally my moment.
It's my time.
Thank you. You've chosen me today. That's amazing. Public things like that, if you couldn't tell, freak me out. Like if oh no, the people that are insufferable on like Kick that like go into a store and buy 2 jugs of milk and go, what? And then spill it in front of a family of 4 just trying to leave the store.
Oh my God, yeah.
Those make me want to censor, like just rip off.
Damn.
Yeah. No, it's awful.
Redacted.
Yeah, redacted. Yeah.
Oh, have you heard our bleep on this podcast?
What's your bleep?
It's
just me saying John Mulaney backwards.
Or like it's like the clip of her saying John Mulaney, but it's like reversed.
Yeah.
Like not like you pronouncing it back, like actually just like, so if they ever reverse it.
Oh,
exactly.
For editing?
Yeah.
For editing. From editing.
From editing.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, I love that censor. It makes me laugh every time.
I want to hear it.
Do
you do it with your own voice?
No.
Something like that.
Filet mignon. No, it literally sounds like
Nicki Minaj.
It sounds like the people that automatically know how to talk in reverse.
Yeah.
Oh,
those are
wait till she shows
people.
you Burger King foot lettuce.
Oh my God. No, we can't pull up Burger King foot
Come
lettuce.
on.
Okay, so I was a band kid in high school. Do you remember the meme of everything starting with the B emoji? And that was like the funniest thing in the world.
It was so.
So you remember how at the same time there was that video that went around of number 15.
Number 15, yeah.
Bumber 15. Burger Bing Butt Bettis.
No.
But Bass Bing Boobant. Bon Boo Burger Bing Burger. Biz Butt Bungus. But Bet Bite Bisbee Butt Boo Bet.
It's
if
insane.
you kept going, I would have like started crashing out.
I used to have the whole fucking thing. I used to be able to do that for like a minute and a half.
Oh.
Like the whole number 15 thing. I used to be able to. Luckily, I've lost. Thank God, I have forgotten some of it.
Thank God. I thought it was so funny to have the whole. Still kind of funny. The whole B movie script on a sticker on someone's hydro flask. Remember those? Stanley cups for hydro flasks was the ish.
I remember.
I wanted a yellow one with my 21 Pilot stickers and a big bisexual flag. Yeah. Like, no.
I was cishet at this time.
Oh,
the time you're describing.
I was just figuring it out at this time, so I wanted everyone to know. So, yeah.
I was an art hoe. I was fully embracing it. I was wearing the little yellow turtleneck. I was rolling up my pants. I had my big chunky white
jeans.
Yep, I had my big chunky white sneakers.
Yeah, into high school actually a fellow gay had to actually tell me everything. I think I just had this talk with someone today. But like it was someone in high school, summer school. Like freshman year. Mm-hmm. And they were like, I didn't know anything about like everything about the LGBTQ plus community. So I was like, what does that mean? And then I was like, wait, so you can like, and then it was like a map unlocking in a Zelda game. Like it was
the
like
fog cleared off that section.
Or in the Fortnite map.
I was like, so many possibilities. I need to sit down. I was like, no, it was insane. It was insane. Everyone's had, I think, a weird experience like that.
Oh yeah.
At least especially being religious growing up. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna check this camera's battery. I have like a hunch.
That's so fair.
A hunch.
Is it on?
Yeah, but it only charged to 81 minutes today.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, so that's coming up. No, it's not. But did I forget my cord? Wait, no.
The person that told me about it had an Overwatch snapback. Let that sink in.
That's so real.
Yeah, it was honestly pretty epic, and that was when I was really like trying to be in the Overwatch community, but wasn't a gamer and is not good at first-person shooters whatsoever. I love my life simulation games where I can play God. I don't like shooting and killing people first person.
That's so fair.
Thank you.
I'm in a very similar vein, but the problem is that I've tried playing FPS. I got really into Overwatch for a while, like stuff like I can play them. Mm-hmm. I just don't play them super often, so I never like developed the muscle memory, but like a lot of, you know what I mean?
Yes, the muscle memory. I think that's it.
Like someone someone pointed out to me that it was really funny how I reacted when I first started playing Fortnite, and I had to get like used to that style of gameplay instead of my and Ace was like, you react so strangely to everything, and I'm like, yeah, that's because I don't know what the fuck to do.
It's like, this is like walking for the first time. I don't know what I'm doing.
Current objective, survive.
the storm, what is that? Like, and then there's all sorts of other things. Oh my god, we're gonna talk about Fortnite. Literally,
Nolan, you're back just in time.
Do you play Fortnite?
Duh.
Nolan plays.
When did you start playing Fortnite?
Yeah, I was like, Nolan plays so much Fortnite.
2014 or 20.
That is cap.
No, it's when 2016, 2017.
Also cap. Like,
it started around
September 2017. You were there.
Yeah, I was, because my brother was watching some guy.
The sunglasses.
You were
sunglasses
there when it
really made that.
No, my brother was watching. I remember it was at my old house. It was on a beautiful summer's eve. I was looking at the TV, and it was like the OG, like it was just wood,
vibrant colors,
wood, a bunch of camo, and I was like, "What is this?" And my brother downloaded it on our family computer, which could barely run it, and we were waiting for the whole thing to download, and we were taking turns dying constantly.
Real.
See, that bliss is not there.
The biggest psyop in the gaming industry is that Fortnite is an easy game to run. It is not.
No.
You need like a mid to high end PC to run it. Like, it is going to be like less than 60 frames per second on almost every computer. Not a single computer in this room could run Fortnite at a decent frame rate. That's a Mac. Don't even think about it.
I was just looking. I was not going. Don't worry. I was not going to suggest that the Mac could run anything gaming related.
It's
Do
funny
not worry.
you guys say that, because with someone who did not have an Apple product until I was 13, iPod Touch Pro. The MacBook was in those really cool public schools where they had the really blocky one that were in YouTube videos all the time. And I was always like, man, those can run everything. And like even now I'm like, MacBooks can run anything.
No, they can't even run TF2.
No.
It's a 32-bit game, and the Mac is just kind of like
with the scallop. No.
It's because the Mac isn't made for gaming. The Mac is made for processing.
I thought you were going to say profit, and we were going to get...
Well, that too.
The Mac wasn't made for gaming. The Mac was made for profit.
That too, but I can't say that shit when I keep talking about my fucking Apple ecosystem. Yeah.
I got the Apple Pencil.
Yeah, my MacBook Air, my iPad, my Apple Pencil, my AirPods, my two sets of AirPods, because one of them unfortunately lasts approximately 80 minutes total. But my other
time down, it's like, oh my
God. I timed it one day because I wanted to know how long my old AirPods lasted. I was like, oh, okay, they last 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Less than 2 hours. So, but I have that, my iPhones. I've been a devout iPhone user since 8th grade. So I would have been about 14. With my iPhone 5, iPhone 5S. Yes! That was my first iPhone. Was the 5S.
Yes.
The only reason I didn't get a 5C was because they weren't being made anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I remember my mom got the iPhone 5 something. It was neon pink.
Yeah. Oh, that's the C.
That's the C.
With that cheap little plastic shell.
Mama, that was the one you had? Oh my God. That's crazy.
No, I love keeping the same iPhone until it no longer exists anymore, and then getting really mad.
Yeah. She's told that story. She goes to the Apple store, or not Apple store, but wherever it was, in what year would it have been?
I went to US Cellular my junior year of high school. So that would have been, or it was either my sophomore or junior year of high school. So it would have been 2016
or 17.
Yeah, 2016 or 17.
And she's like, do you still have the iPhone 5C?
And they were like, no.
And that shit came out in 2013.
No.
Yeah, they were like, no, the most recent one is the XR. I was like, oh. So then I got an XR because I got my free upgrade through US Cellular. That's what it is. That's the only reason I ever get a new phone, is because my phone. Yeah. But I also I will use a phone until it dies. Every single iPhone I've ever had to replace has been because the screen stopped working.
Oh my gosh.
I am one of those people. I'm one of those people that I will use my phone until half of the screen is doing that thing where it's bright pink. You can't see shit.
Bright pink. I had with my iPod Touch that I threw away because it had chocolate in the charger. I wish I saved it for the memories.
What an insane...
I am gonna get so
upset. Chocolate in the charger is so funny,
I'll get to that right after.
I got a little Feastables in the charger.
But I had Five Nights at Freddy's mobile. I had Minecraft demo the first one that wasn't even probably by
Minecraft. Did you have Minecraft Lite?
Yes,
They're the
that's
same.
exactly. It was cloudy and
Oh
looked
my
like
God.
ambient. There was no music.
Yeah, because that was the free version of Minecraft Pocket Edition that
Yes.
you could download.
And
Oh,
the
I remember that.
the cactus wasn't in the inventory, but if you generated a world with a cactus, it was like an event.
Yeah,
no,
I remember that.
something like that.
Okay, so yes,
crazy.
So what I was trying. What was I even trying? Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I got so excited.
Cactus was
Five
in
Nights at
inventory.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's at the brick. But basically I had this before I even threw it out, it had like this corner and it was like a black dot. And then it started
Oh, no.
festering
Yeah.
like the cordyceps. And it was like turned into veins all, and I was like, what's going on? And then
You got the Venom symbiote.
I was like, what? And then nothing. It stopped after a while. And then I was going up north with my old friend. I had a chocolate bar in the cup holder of my car. I'm listening
I can
to,
see where this is going.
I'm listening to Demi Lovato and Living Tombstones, and I'm like, yes. And then the chocolate melts, and I put it charger first down with the wide charger. You all remember?
Oh.
And
Yeah,
it
with the 8-pin.
dried. It dried inside of it, and I was crying with a toothpick, just trying to
Yeah.
get it out, and I couldn't charge my. And it was already started to do the iPod, like it only charges for like
Yeah.
a little bit, and it doesn't last long. So I was like, please, my music, you know, like
Yeah.
so. I remember that trip being awful because I was just butthurt that my nice little thing with my Five Nights at Freddy's pictures I could look at was gone.
The
So-
little Five Nights at Freddy's pictures of my phone were gone.
I literally had stim boards, like before stim boards were a thing. Like I had slideshows with I think Major Lazer Lean On in the background.
That's so real.
Thank you. I made a reenactment of it if you want to see on another time.
That's so real.
Thank you.
No, yeah, I.
Very
So
important to me.
this is so random, but I just remembered because you mentioned the fucking Venom symbiote. When
Thank you.
when Venom came out, I got like the worst vocal stim of my fucking life, which
is
was
it?
that fucking Eminem song at the end. But it was just me going Venom, Venom,
Yes.
Venom, Venom, Venom.
No,
Venom.
the weirdest thing is he's not saying Venom 7 times.
know.
He rhymes too well that it just sounds like he's saying Venom a bunch. Me and my brother talk about this all the time.
No, I
how
know.
like
Oh my
how
God.
well written that like pre-chorus or whatever is. That like it sounds like he's going, I got the venom and I'm venom. I got venom.
And he's like, no, ever.
Exactly. He's saying words, but it sounds just like he's saying Venom 7 times.
It's like the opposite of when Rap God came out, and it starts with the like sumalama, like, and that's actually him saying like, and it's like him actually saying like sumalama, like making that noise. But everyone thought it had to be like a lyric. But then when you actually
No.
pull up the lyrics, it's just him scatting a little because it's part of a bar later.
Let the man scat with
I-
his gerbils, man.
I want him to scat, but in like the most traditional sense.
Oh,
I want him
yeah.
to go out there and be like, "Ba-dum-bow."
Did you see they're adding a minigun
know.
to Fortnite that has the Eminem Rap God lyrics in it, and it fires with the bullets like, but it's like the
That's some of the sickest shit I think I've ever heard.
I remember at the same time that I was learning the Burger Bing Bettis, my boyfriend was learning Rap God.
wow.
Oh, I was learning Rap God in my a religious school uniform, and in the back of the seat. And then I also what was it? I unironically really liked the Venom song.
Yeah.
No, it's a good
Oh,
song.
yeah, we
That
all
was
liked
that
it.
was just an awful vocal stim to
Let
have.
the devil in. No, like
Yeah.
bro's an bro's an edgelord. Like I don't know what.
Sorry, I just loved watching it for 1 second.
Knock in the bio. Whoa, no, literally. Like okay,
No,
thank you, Eminem.
Unfortunately, I never learned Rap God because I was a theater kid, so I was learning Guns and Ships, which I can still spit to this day.
Absolutely.
And that's all that matters is that I can spit the fastest. It has the fastest WPM of any song on Broadway.
No,
that's awesome.
Plankton beat it.
Did Plankton beat it?
Plankton beat it.
Plankton from SpongeBob.
Plankton
Yeah,
from
from SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
the
Wesley
musical.
Taylor beat it.
I didn't know that part had more WPM. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Bro's wilding. I have not
Bro's wilding.
seen anything.
Bro's wilding on the Bob. Bob was
Freaky
wilding.
Bob? No, like, I have not seen the musical.
Dude,
Like, I've been-
dude, Freak Bob was on the set of fucking Wicked. That's real.
he was.
Yeah,
He didn't
dude.
tell me.
Yeah, because fucking Ethan Slater was the one that originated SpongeBob on Broadway. That's why people think it's really like Ethan Slater's and Ariana Grande's current boyfriend.
I know. He looks like if cheese was a person.
Yeah, he sounds like it when he sings the SpongeBob too. No, because he has the voice down like scary.
Yeah.
It's insane that he was doing that 8 shows a week for like, multiple years.
Hey, it's Freaky Bob. Like,
Hey, man.
Bro's gonna do that one
pick
day.
up my calls. You never pick up. We should talk more. It's like, bro.
Freak Bob.
Love that one.
I left my wife and newborn at home.
How much for an ounce, Beth? Don't leave me hanging.
No, literally, it's been my favorite stim is to be like,
It's been a while.
like, I just do it out of nowhere in the dorm, and Lauren's like, my roommate's like, what? Stop. And I'm like, no.
I remember my boyfriend got really mad because I used to just send him Freak Bob is calling, like randomly.
Answer or not?
Just the image or a
Just the
TikTok?
image. And he'd be like, fucking stop. Stop.
Answer or not?
Yeah, I'm
Come
like,
on, answer the question.
Because like I love like brain rotting at him because I don't know, I've said it a lot in the podcast, but he's 2 years older than me, so he's 25, so he has like a different kind of brain rot, but I love hitting him with like brain rot from kids that are younger than me.
Oh,
because it drives him up the fucking wall.
hit him with the really big curveball there. Like,
Yeah, I hit him with so when I started hitting him with Freak Bob, he'd be like, he's like, stop. It's not that funny. I'd be like, but it is.
that's why it's not. That's the thing. I think is it's not. The fact that it's stupid is funny. Like my mom is starting to get it. Like my parents are starting to get it because I have a lot of inside jokes. I have a lot of things I say. They're getting used to me being unmasked. But like they're like, who is this person? And I'm like, we don't know. You're not supposed to know the person, but you just see that
John Pork is calling.
Yeah, he is. Are you going to answer or not? And then they're like freaking out, like, is what? And I'm like, it's fun. It's fun to confuse them.
We took a pop culture in the media, of course.
We did take
we
a pop
know
culture.
what the hell we're talking about. Okay.
Oh
Taking
yeah.
that right now.
Before they come at us.
Yeah, before they come at us, Val was in that pop culture in the media podcast. Podcast? No,
Podcast.
class. With
And
us.
podcasting class?
And podcast.
I was. My podcast is unhinged. I literally haven't even gotten the files back from Trevor.
We probably.
You just gotta talk to him.
I was gonna say, yeah, he has them all saved.
I know, and I want to hear me yap about Midsommar and the symbolism it has throughout the whole movie, and a bunch of other things.
Hell yeah.
I really need to hear.
You should. Maybe you could join the ranks of those of us who record podcasts here, along with.
I should.
What are the other ones? We can plug them because they post.
The We
now.
Like What You Hate podcast.
Yeah.
And Big Bobby's Macchiato.
Yeah,
Oh,
Big Bobby's
yeah.
Macchiato Hour isn't that the full name is Big Bobby's Macchiato Hour or something like
Never.
that? No? Maybe I think that's what when he was talking about it with me like during class, I think he was talking about
I
naming it
remember
that and then did
yeah.
Yeah, that actually does sound
Yeah.
I think he just cut it.
Yeah.
after.
Dude, it was so funny. He dropped his credit card one day. No, maybe he passed it. I think he passed it to me. And then I was like, the Built MasterCard, the only card where you can earn rent or you earn points on rent. And it was because I'd watched so many John Daly finance videos. And like,
Really?
I don't think he's sponsored, but it just always talks about the Built MasterCard. And so I just see it. I'm like, the Built MasterCard. And he's like,
I
yep.
have a lot of knowledge about this.
Exactly. This is like one thing that I just know like one like very like accurate tidbit about.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like
No,
that's
just
how,
enough to sound like credible and cool.
That's how I feel when I'm counseling my friends that are like a couple years younger than me, using exclusively advice that I've gotten from Financial Audit.
Oh,
with Caleb
word?
with Caleb Hammer. Yeah, I love watching Financial Audit.
We love Caleb.
My boy Caleb, I love watching him go, "Are you stupid?" at people who just want to keep spending money on DoorDash. It's great.
Me 2 years ago.
It makes me feel better about the fact because like I'm currently coasting by on like part-time work and draining my savings a little bit. I'm actually not even draining my savings. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna play brokey this podcast. I am not draining my savings right now, and I'm really proud
You're
of
not
that.
gonna play brokey when I'm broke. But it's I'm gonna get into art, and then I have the job back at home in South to start up again and
South Gamerco, New Mexico.
yes,
South Albuquerque. Any
South-
city that's not
South-
here is Albuquerque.
So South Albuquerque, I have a job at the South Albuquerque Whale
Mart.
Yeah,
Walmart.
and yeah, I have to go back to that. Going back to things you haven't done and you're used to your now routine and have to go back to like the icky routine that you were doing like during the summer. It's just like, oh God.
You know, it was so crazy when I quit my job that I'd had since my sophomore year of high school. I got hired at Cracker Barrel my sophomore year of high school, and then I worked there until my second to last semester of college. And then I had enough money saved up that I was able to quit and I was like, I'm just gonna,
yeah.
and then I was like, I'm just gonna take a semester and then the summer off, and then I just haven't gone.
It's
back
like
in.
the gap year thing, but it's for job.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is one gap year, figure my shit out.
which is fucking insane because I actually did do a gap year and go back after a single year. So I did the gap year thing properly, but now I'm doing the gap year thing, but with a job. Like I'm genuine. It's really funny to joke about that because I am genuinely like, there's a good chance that I might not go back into the workforce full time. Because right now my boyfriend Ace, he's like, you know what? I think I could go back to work full time, and then you and I could budget it. Because right now him and I are budgeting it out just fine. So he's like, if I go back to work full time, you don't need to go back to work. You can just stay home. I'm like,
be a stay-home
Dream.
mom with no kids.
yes.
Yes, and my games, my mobile games.
In my
My
iPad.
games are my kids.
Yeah.
Dude,
I take care of them well.
Dude, I have to take care of my fucking Animal Crossing town, okay? Those are my kids.
You know what's devastating? I'm sorry. This reminded me because
you're
my
so
birthday
fair.
my birthday just
Never
passed.
apologize on
These
ATWC.
people they were waiting for me. I never had my birthday party in Animal Crossing. They waited, they threw it, and I missed it. I woke up like cold sweat, like I let them down.
I think it's really funny. I have a really bad habit of just like not playing New Horizons for extended periods of time because I kind of
Yeah.
I
You're far along.
I was like not to be that guy. I bought it. I had it from day one.
2019.
I pre-ordered it. It came out on March 20th of 2020.
And wasn't there a petition to release it like 2 days early because the pandemic happened? And they were like, Nintendo, please, we can't wait 2 days.
Well, it's because all the fucking GameStops closed. So a bunch of people that had pre-ordered physical copies couldn't get them. I had to pick up my pre-ordered copy in the next town over
It's true.
because
Wow.
our
I've
heard
because
of this
because our
story.
game because the GameStop in this town is in a mall, so it was closed because the mall was
Wow.
closed. But
Oh
the
my
one
God.
but the GameStop the next town over is in a strip mall. So it wasn't closed. So
Yes.
I called there sobbing and asked if I could pick up a copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons from there because I'd pre-ordered it at this other at the GamerCo New Mexico location. And I had to go over to Albuquerque
A little bit.
a little bit.
I would
And
have been sobbing too. I totally.
no, yeah. And so but I picked it up day one. We drove all the way down there and all the way back. And then I played it nonstop
Yeah.
for like a full year.
Yeah.
By the time I had built up there wasn't a whole
Do you
lot
need
of
to go
room.
to make the bus?
Oh yeah,
I have 5 minutes, y'all. It's fine.
you're good.
Should I leave now?
You can if you want. Like if you're stressing out about it in your head.
I'm not. I was
Okay.
gonna probably leave it like 50.
Yeah, that
I
makes
didn't
sense.
know
Go for it.
editing wise. I didn't want to make it difficult.
It's all good.
You are
Um,
all good to leave.
No, but with Animal Crossing though, I'll leave like it's so like the guy I think the creator made it actually to help people that battle with depression and like mental illness of any kind, and it literally nothing in that game is meant to stress you out, and if it does, that's because you have some sort of like I need to finish this thing.
Yeah.
But it's like there's no limit or no time limit or no like you
Unless
can
you
do it.
edited the time on your GameCube.
And like
I do miss like, and one of the reasons I fell out with New Horizons is because once you have finished decorating, which I kind of felt finished decorating my town, I was like, I like where this is, and I got in the DLC and I decorated everyone's houses. Like I was like, I have my whole island set how I want it, and I don't really want to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's not much else to do.
Yeah.
Once you have that done, which sucks because then like
It's the Minecraft
I played
problem.
well because I played New Leaf, I played City Folk, I played
City
Wild World, and I have played every single like mainline Animal Crossing game that has released in the United States.
Oh, she's excluding Amiibo Party.
I am excluding Amiibo Party.
Whoa. And the Pocket Edition.
I did play Pocket Edition.
I played that because I didn't have a Switch. Small little story.
They get more updates than fucking New Horizons does. It makes more sense
they?
to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pocket Edition gets updates.
Yeah.
Like they constantly get new items. They constantly get new updates, whatever. New Horizons hasn't even gotten a new like bubble, like, oh, New Year since like 2022.
Oh.
Yeah. I waited.
It gave up.
I never had a Switch. It was around for like 5 years at this point. And I got it off like a website where you could pay it in like monthly little parts. So my mom was like, this Switch comes with the game and a case and a screen protector. So I waited. Picture me. I'm like I'm in a fold up chair in my garage waiting every day for this delivery truck
That's so
to come.
real.
My brother at one point started joining me and we started playing like songs and like just like
Yeah,
and
just trying to manifest the USPS
yes
truck.
and the one day I didn't do it, it came. My
So
mom,
what does it say
my mom was
about
like,
truck worship?
I know it's false, but my mom walked in and was like, this is for me, and I was like, and then she was like, never mind, here you go. And I was like, don't make me do that. And then I was crying when I was unboxing it and crying playing it. I'm sure it's just like the airport, and you see all these YouTubers playing it, and you're like, it's here. Oh my God. Yeah, it was crazy.
I thought it was, I think it's really funny. Yesterday, amidst all the horrible news of, I have to check the date, November 5th, 2024, there was one bit of good news.
Mm-hmm.
The next Switch is going to be backwards compatible.
I saw that.
They just dropped that yesterday. They just posted on the Nintendo of America. They just posted on the Nintendo Twitter account. They're like, by the way, the next Switch, you're going to be able to, on the Switch 2, you're going to be able to play regular Nintendo Switch games. And Nintendo Switch Online is going to be on there, and it's going to transfer over just fine.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, scrolling Twitter was like, damn, he got Missouri. The next Switch will be backwards compatible.
Yeah, for real. It was
Thank God.
It was like, fuck, Door County.
Yay! Joy! No,
Wait,
literally.
I literally saw a meme about it. This one I'm pulling up. We can post it in the fucking. I'll send
Is
it.
Nintendo just acting? Oh, never mind.
No,
Oh, yeah.
We can post it.
I saw this one.
We can upload it on the pod.
Oh shit, for real?
Shit, for real?
As well as my KFC meal picture, I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Very important. But
Very,
on that
very
note,
important.
it was so nice
Yeah.
being here.
Yeah.
I
It
was
enjoyed
nice.
it. I hope to be here again. Up to you, but I had a great time.
I think we should start having more people on the pod. Now
Very
now that we're significant, now that we're like we've got this down pat with the two of us, we need to start mixing it up again.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, thank you all.
Yeah, thank you for
all.
coming.
Have
for
a good
coming.
night. Merry Christmas. Monica.
Have fun on your bus ride.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
I'm gonna listen to music and have brain movies.
Yes. Look, nothing like looking out the window and pretending that you're in the music video for the song that you're listening
Yep.
to.
Do that shit with Madagascar characters with Maroon 5 when I was little.
Yes. No, that's so fucking real.
It would be so funny.
That's so good.
Bye.
It's really nice having the headphones on because I can promise you the microphone picked that up.
Thank God.
It doesn't sound great, but it's in there. All right, there we go. We don't. Now you know our secret. There's always a mic right there.
Yeah.
You might want to move the headset off too, just so it's not the headset up there. Just so we don't bump it.
Yeah.
We don't have much time left before the
I
end.
still want to fill an hour 30.
You're good. We were.
I will hold you hostage here.
No. Fuck.
Yeah.
I almost dropped my phone.
Let me fix my
bad.
camera too.
Yeah. Now we can. We'll have a slick little edit between when you can hear Valerie leave and us just sitting here again.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome back.
Welcome back to And They Were Classmates.
Welcome back to And They Were Classmates. Our guest just left.
Yeah.
She had to go and catch the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Happens.
Happens.
We love public transportation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is kind of crazy. The results.
Yeah, now if you were just here for happy fun, feeling like you're sitting in the Discord times, this is probably where we run out of good fun times.
Yeah.
Now we have to be a little doomer about it.
Yeah. I cried on my way here. Not this time, but very early in the morning.
That's so fair.
Was listening to Pink Pony Club.
I think it's really funny. I've had multiple people who are my friends that like lived in Europe temporarily for like school or something like that and then came back who are texting me and are like, so are you also thinking about leaving the US?
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of friends that are legitimately making immigration plans.
Makes sense. Because in 2016, I felt like it was more of a joke. Like a couple of people were serious about it and a couple of people actually did. But now with like just this looming Project 2025 bullshit and the Senate and the House just all being GOP, man.
I have friends that are legitimately planning on trying to apply for refugee status and asylum. If Project 2025 starts going through. Like right now, they are trying to, because you can, I know for sure Sweden has an option for it. I don't remember how many other European countries do. But I know for sure Sweden specifically, you can apply for an immigration visa on the basis of discrimination based on your gender or sexuality in your home country.
I believe it.
Without it technically being like refugee, whatever. Like it's just separate. So I have a couple of friends that are applying to live in Sweden now because they're like, well, I speak French, and they like, even though I don't speak Swedish. With a combination of English and French, I can probably make it in Europe. I'm like, good luck.
And you'll piece it together. You're in situations.
Yeah.
Bust out Google Translate.
Yes.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine. Be
Or
better
you
than
could,
here.
or you could use that new fucking tech that Quackity just launched. Did you hear
That
about
was
that?
insane. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Quackity, former Dream SMP member. That's what I always think of him as. I fear. But also founding. What was it? What was his SMP called?
The
World
QSMP.
The QS. Was it just a QSMP? Okay.
Yeah. Dream had the world SMP.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
No, not SMP Earth. Okay.
No,
anyway.
that's a whole different can of worms. No, but so Quackity had the QSMP, which the whole thing was having Minecraft YouTubers from all over the world who made content together on one SMP, speaking entirely different languages. Like that was an important thing for him, was that he didn't want them all to be English speaking. He wanted everyone to be speaking different languages and speaking their home languages and trying to communicate that way, even though you didn't speak the same language. It was so cool.
Yeah, and it had like live translation, and if they typed in chat, it would translate to everyone else's language. It wasn't like it all fusing into English. It was like people who spoke English could speak to people who speak Japanese. Like it was a whole thing.
Yeah, it was super, super cool. I've never seen anything like that.
No.
Like anywhere. And then because I didn't follow it super closely just because this sounds bad to say, but like I'm just not a fan of Quackity style of humor.
That's fair.
Which sounds unfair to say because it's really similar to a lot of other
I just
people's
said
that I
it's
watch. Yeah. Well, no, but like I'm saying specifically, like I know like some people, because of other YouTubers that I've talked about on this podcast, are like, well, Quackity's basically the same thing. I know. I don't know why either. There's just something about like anyone that was on the Dream SMP that my brain just has the ick from, I fear.
Yeah.
Like but Quackity just announced basically he turned that software into real life, where he and a giant group of programmers and linguists and whatever have finally produced a live translation software that can work for multiple languages at once, and can translate into multiple languages at once, which is fucking insane.
Yeah. That's like real world shit where like it goes beyond like, oh, the content we can make, and it's like, oh, this could actually like change the world.
Yeah, like no, this is something that could make this sounds really dramatic, but it could genuinely change how communication happens in the business and internet world, just by virtue of not forcing everyone to, because right now that's why English is the universal language, just because of business reasons.
I had an interaction at AMC where a guy who like spoke exclusively Spanish tried to like buy a ticket for a movie, and we had to like kind of do that weird like Google Translate exchange and like, you know, typing in he's trying to describe the movie and it comes up as like the number 3, and I'm like, does he mean the Equalizer 3 or like the third one on there, the third one down, the third one right, the third one like this way? And it was just tough. And it's like, yeah, in that situation it'd be so cool if we could just like put a phone in the middle and just speak and then like actually see it in real time. And the fact that technology is there is like so cool.
Yeah, it's the fact that like we've kind of had like versions of that for a while, but actually like having a true like it live translates like while you're speaking, and like I said, especially the fact that it translates both ways. Like you don't have to flip it back and forth between English to Spanish, Spanish to English. You just talk into it. It recognizes the language and then translates it for you. Yeah, that's insane.
And all the examples he showed were like in Discord calls, like they're actually just talking. They're mostly talking about the tool itself. Like, this is so cool to be able to speak to you and that type of thing. Did I nail that Quackity impression?
I couldn't tell you.
To me, in my own ears, that sounded just like... Anyway.
Editing Nolan, what do you think?
Editing Nolan, what do you think? Lay it over. Yo, what's up? I'm Editing Nolan, and I give that one big boom. Boom! Anyway, yeah. And it was just cool to see, like, in the Discord, like, how they're seeing it in real time. Love that.
No, yeah, it's like every so often, scrolling through my Twitter page, I would get like, oh, fuck, another swing state. Another...
genuinely the coolest thing I've seen in a while.
Yeah, genuinely what the internet was made for. I would argue. Like, I feel like when people were first coming up with the internet, that is the kind of thing that they were imagining people doing with it.
Now, especially.
Yeah, finally. I mean, we were supposed to have flying cars by now. Ugh. And all we got is this fucking ugly ass cybertruck.
Yep.
Bringing it back.
I have a gross little thing I overheard while I was working on Saturday. There's this 34-year-old bartender. Do you like where this is going?
I'm so curious where this is going.
34-year-old bartender, and he's giving the mop to a like 18-year-old concessionist, because that's just what you do, part of routine. Bar mops first because it's quicker to close, and then you pass the mop over to concessions.
That's fair.
And then he goes, "Here you go, buddy. Can I call you buddy? I like the way that sounds. Are you good?" And she like, I'm like overhearing this, so I think she like is making like a weird face. She's like, yeah, you can call me buddy. And then he's like, I don't know about the face you're making. Is that all right? And she's like, no, it's fine. And then he's like, okay, I'll call you buddy. And it was just like, I was making like just this cringe, like, oh, like I think I sat against a wall too. It was just bad.
Just one of those interactions that you overhear and you're like,
Exactly. And he handled it so weird. And it's like, do you even need to call her like anything? Like,
also, I feel like buddy is one of those nicknames that you don't have to like check with people for.
Yeah. You can just say buddy and not make it a whole like situation.
Yeah. Like it'd be one thing, maybe like when he said it, she like looked up and gave him a weird look or whatever.
Sure. But
like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like a chronic pet name user. Like, I don't know if you've noticed it as much, but it's really noticeable when I work and when I'm like out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Like when my brain is in like, oh, I have to be like good for other people mode. Like I become like pet name central, especially when I was serving.
Sure.
When I was serving, I was the person that was like, okay, darling, what can I get for you? Oh, and for you, hon? Like everything had like comma pet name.
Yeah.
And it actually got me in trouble with a couple of girlfriends because they were like, why are you calling him darling? And I'm like, because I've called everyone in this dining room darling. I called you honey.
I make minimum wage.
I don't even make minimum wage. I make tipping wage. I make $2.13 an hour, and I'm on my hands and knees for your $5 right now. Like I do not know what to tell you. I'm not trying to hit on your man. Also, I have my own. Thanks.
Yeah. Shit, they don't know. Also, you're wrong. SNL is still very cringe at times.
I didn't say it wasn't cringe at times. I just said that that's why I said the best way to enjoy it is watching the clips that get posted the next day.
Because did you watch it?
I haven't been able to. I've been fighting for the TV for this week.
Mm-hmm,
like I'm not even kidding. Sunday it was football all day. Monday it was football all day again. Fucking Tuesday, my dad was home all day, so he was playing Fable 2. Because he doesn't get a whole lot of days off. He took the day off for a dentist appointment.
Dentist appointment.
Hell yeah. So I was letting him have the TV because my dad works
That's
all the
fair.
time.
Yeah.
So and then it's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's
But
it.
yeah,
That's
no.
all I got.
SNL is still like ridiculously cringe at times. It was insane. There's this really bad one that I've never made like a more straight face watching something that's intended to be comedic.
I mean this very kindly. I think it's because you think a lot of things that you call millennial and cringe are just things that are funny to people who are a little older than you.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I went into it with such an open mind, and some things genuinely did make me laugh out loud. But there's this one skit that is just, I could probably make a 34-minute video on why it's not funny, and that's how I feel.
I think that the John Mulaney episodes do end up being some of the stronger ones,
Mm-hmm.
not consistently, but when he can finally get them to let his good bits out of the vault from when he was a writer.
Mm-hmm.
Because to this day, the Diner Lobster Les Mis fucking bit, do you know what I'm talking about? So there was a bit where they had it was about going into a diner and ordering lobster. And then they did like a full parody of Do You Hear the People Sing about not ordering lobsters at fucking diners. And it sounds so cringe to describe, but when you actually watch it, because everyone is super into it, I don't remember who was playing the lobster, but I know that like John Mulaney, he had written it and he was the waiter. So he had like a pretty decent part in it. And it's like a whole thing. And it's one of those things that like, every time I see that bit, it makes me like cry laughing. And it's like, I don't even argue it's not the funniest bit, like it's really not, but it's just the way that it builds makes me laugh because they like bring out the barricade and everything. There's like a whole like it's all just about like, why would you ever order diner lobster? Who the fuck orders the lobster from a diner?
Right.
And that was a bit that John Mulaney had written when he was originally on SNL like 10 years before, and they wouldn't let him do so. Then when he was a host, he brought it out. And like every bit when John Mulaney is hosting that I laugh like that at has that story behind it. It's like, oh, that was a bit that John Mulaney wrote when he was a writer, and they shelved and then bring it out until he was a host.
Okay.
And I feel like that's where like a lot of the best bits when he's a host come from. But I also just think he's one of the funnier writers. He was one of the funnier writers on SNL, and he still is one of the funniest hosts.
Sure.
That's just me. I like John Mulaney.
Mm-hmm.
My problematic faves, John Mulaney and Chapel Roan.
Yep. Together in one little episode.
It was great. I loved all the TikToks they made where you can tell that John didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. Like there was one where it was like, should we eat? Yeah, I think we should. Like it's so clear that John's just kind of like,
Yes, we are, brat.
Do you think she's gonna play Hot to Go? Oh, you can ask her. She's right here. The fucking ad. Like it's just that, but they don't actually make a joke out of it. It's just you can see it in his eyes. You can just kind of tell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just got excited because Chapel fucking released 2 new songs.
Really?
Yeah, 2 new songs she debuted.
I'm on YouTube Music now. I saved $50 in subscriptions, or like I canceled $50 of subscription services.
How many music subscription services did you have?
They're not all music, but some are like Peacock and some are like, I cut my Adobe monthly from $35 a month to $15.99.
Oh my God. How much were you paying a month?
$35 a month.
Well, no, I mean like in total.
I use this sounds bad. This is Gen Z bad. I put my bank statements into ChatGPT. And I think it said
You're going to get your identity stolen.
I can't remember what it said. Oh, I think it was like
too much.
75 to like 150 a month
Oh my
in subscriptions.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a cable, so maybe I can't talk too much down on paying that much for subscriptions when I'm paying that much for subscriptions and also still paying for cable.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I thought it was really funny when you texted me to be like, "Do you need my Peacock subscription to watch the new?" Yeah, Nolan like texted me the night of and was like, "Do you need my Peacock subscription to watch the new John Mulaney like Chapel Roan episode of SNL?" And I sent her back. I was like, "No, I recorded it."
And I'm like, oh,
She's
you
like,
can do that.
Yeah.
I forgot these aren't like one-time events that like you either like have to have the right subscription service to access or not.
You know, that's
so
why
weird.
that's one of the things that pisses me off about subscription services
Yeah.
is that I grew up just recording everything.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the entirety of Steven Universe by recording every new episode
God, yeah.
and then watching it when I had time. Like,
yeah.
but that's also part of why my family adapted to streaming so quickly was because we were already working out of all of us recording when the other ones were watching TV.
Yeah, so it became a benefit to be like, I watch anything at any time.
Yeah, but we also still like we watch a lot of cable at my house. There's something about cable that like streaming just can't replicate.
Absolutely.
I don't want to watch the whole season in order. I want to watch one episode of Forged in Fire, one weird Vice documentary, another episode of Forged in Fire, and then another weird Vice documentary, but now it's 2 a.m., so it's about something that's actually fucking insane.
Yeah. Cable.
Maybe I'm just old.
Oh, cable. That shit's been dead in my house for a long time. We don't even have good Wi-Fi either. It's really bad. Like we still have like
Wi-Fi.
we still have a Spectrum subscription, so we're doing it through like the Spectrum app on Wi-Fi. And
Oh
so
my
like
God.
yeah, the quality's so shit sometimes.
No, yeah, we have Spectrum too, but that's why
Hard not to in this area.
good cable prices.
Yeah.
Well, around here it's pretty much just that or fiber.
DirecTV.
Oh yeah, I guess, but it sucks. I hate satellite.
Absolutely.
I've
if it's like raining, it's like, oh well, buy satellite.
Yeah, I was like, I've lived in houses that had satellite. I've never liked them. I've always preferred cable. We thought about switching to fiber because I think what's the one it's like a nationwide company, so we can say it again. It's like TDS or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like a fiber optic like company, and there's been like 1,000,005 fucking ads when it first arrived in the area. That's the only reason why I know. But we thought about switching to that, but we were like, but we have a cable package.
Yeah.
Because it's also like,
and you got your internet, your phone. It's like
yeah,
all
I was gonna
through.
say we also have like our house phone that my grandma exclusively uses her house phone. She only uses her cell phone to call us when she's done with appointments to come get her.
Right.
Like that's it. Or she uses it when she was still traveling. She would like take it down to Florida with her so we could get a hold of her. Like that was it. So when we were talking about switching, we were like, yeah, but then we'd have to find a new phone provider and a new cable provider. And whenever you look at packages like that, it's always cheaper to just get all three. Then, like, I remember for a while when Ace had an apartment, he was paying for cable, phone, and internet and only using the internet because that package was cheaper than just internet. And he was like, okay. Fuck it, I guess.
Fine, I guess I'm paying for a landline now, but
Yeah,
it's like still cheaper.
Yeah, so we had a landline that we hooked up, and we used that. We just used that to sign up for stuff for a couple of years.
Yeah.
When he still had it, and until we moved out of that house and got rid of the whole thing.
That reminds me. Just yesterday, I had a guy, because you know how like people, especially old people, are like just messy about like their like rewards for like AMC stubs, and they're like, is it like, I'm like, what phone number is it under? And I try it twice. I try a different phone number, none of them.
Mm-hmm.
So then he has the card and he's grumpy and he's like ready to scan it. And so I scan it and then I'm like, okay, it looks like it was under this. And I display it on the screen and it's his ex-wife and it's in front of his wife and her friend. So her friend is like trying to make it like all fun. And she's like, I'm so excited to watch Venom 3 and like punching her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like so grouchy. She's like, how did she get in there? It was crazy. And it was so tense.
I think that's so weird to be like mad about too. Like, oh, it's under my ex-wife's number. Like, okay, just change the number now.
Maybe it was just super fucking messy and she never wanted to see that bitch name, number, or email or date of birth ever again.
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly. It fucking
But
be like that.
it was just so funny because they're all mad like, oh well, this fucking tranny at the register can't even get the email and the number right, so let's just scan the fucking card. And then it's just his ex-wife and it makes them mad. And that's what I needed.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck.
It's like when I think it's really funny how many of my rewards accounts are technically under my dad's name because they're like,
they're generational.
well, it's because it's like, oh, like my Hot Topic rewards account.
Mm-hmm.
When we first made it, my dad was doing all the purchasing, but he doesn't buy anything at Hot Topic without me. So when I started making my own purchases, he just told me to keep putting his number in.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing's true at like Goodwill. Like just like a bunch of random places that he used to take me all the time that now I have to give his phone number for rewards points.
Yeah. And then at Hot Topic, they're reading it back like, I think your dead name is in here.
Yeah, no, I've gotten some very like pointed looks, especially because like I'm not wearing. The sweatshirt that I'm wearing today has a she they pin on it, and I was buying that pin once, and I bought it from Hot Topic, and I had them all sat down and they pulled it up and it said Dennis, and they like looked at me and they like and they were like, here you go, girlfriend. I'm like, don't fuck it, don't.
Like, you just know the layers of what's going on here, and you're like, chill.
I'm like, no, I know what the fuck you're doing. Don't. Cause you'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. She said it in that fucking way where you can tell she's like, oh, I want to like show her that I'm supportive. I'm like, no, just leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how I was talking about. I thought it'd be funny when we started the podcast if I finally got transvestigated just by proxy.
Yeah.
Because like I legitimately have had people, because I wear a pronoun pin and I have a slightly like square jawline.
Yeah, they're like sunglasses.
Yeah, and exactly. And I'm like, I'm not cis, but because I was gonna be like, I'm a cis woman. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Quiet.
And this,
maybe in this political climate, I am a cishet woman.
you know what? Yeah, in this political climate, I'm a cishet woman, and I'm also straight.
Yep.
Oh, cishet is straight. I'm fucking.
See, we need to get training. We need to get back on this.
I'm too fucking gay. Can't identify as straight. I don't know how anymore. I'm
woke. She forgot what heterosexual meant.
Your friend that's too woke. No, oh my god, it's so fucking crazy. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired of living through historical events.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be a fucking millennial on Maine, but I did make my cover photo on Facebook. That fucking I'm tired. That that image of like Squidward with the button. It's like I wish I wasn't living through a historical event right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my cover photo on Facebook now. It was my art, but
it leveled up.
Yeah, it went from a photo I took to a collage of my digital art to I really wish I wasn't living through a historical event right now, which is really funny because my profile picture is a picture of me as Patrick Bateman.
Good enough.
Still.
Yeah.
It's the one, it's our photo that we took together, but this is going to sound bad. I edited you out of it.
Erasing trans people.
Yeah, actually, fuck you.
Okay. Yep.
No, but
what a great start to this new candidacy.
It's because I forgot to take
presidency.
See, I have to fit in. I have to fit in by silencing trans voices. No, it's because I forgot to take a picture by myself.
Fair enough.
And I tried going through my TikToks to see if I had any good still frames, and I didn't have any better still frames than just editing your hover hand out of that photo.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's a good thing you hover handed. It meant that I had
it made it easier to erase you. So
Well, to be fair, I only erased you for my Facebook profile picture. If it makes you feel better, and that's just because I don't like having other people in my
Absolutely, I'm the same way.
This is gonna sound weird. I don't like having other women in my profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have like Ace in my profile picture, but I refuse to make other people. I don't know if I've ever explained this to you. I refuse to put other women in my profile picture because of that one time I saw a post where it was like every time there's multiple bitches in a thumbnail, the ugliest one is the one whose profile belongs to.
Wow.
And
you think I'm gonna mog you?
I do.
Wow.
In the Spider-Gwen cosplay, you were going to mog me. No, but so I like in my brain, I'm always that mentality, but as a trans woman.
Right. Yeah. Like going from that to transitioning.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
That'd be fucking sick. Actually.
I wish. I mean, somewhere out there, someone's doing that.
Yeah, it's Blair White.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that one fucking what's his fucking name? There's a trans guy that he like.
Oh, that Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about. You know who I think about a lot? Have you seen? What's her name? That fucking detransitioner with the lazy eye.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is that the same person? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. They all the fucking. So many of the fucking Twitter chuds just kind of like blend together in my brain.
Yeah.
Especially when they all do the same goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah, that person fucking sucks.
No, yeah, I'm a little obsessed with that one fucking picture that someone's like, this looks like a photo that would go with an Onion article, and it's them wearing like the MAGA hat, the garbage, and it's like, where are my other like what was it? My other LGBT MAGAs?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. Yeah. And it's just people were being like, yeah, this looks like a fucking Onion article.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah. I feel like I live in an Onion article right now.
Yeah, it's insane. Oh my god. Where did 20? It's just not even getting. It's not worth getting into.
You know how do you? This has been my fucking entire. Oh my god. Becoming like having 2016 be my first election when I was in high school. So it was like the first one that like they really drilled into my head mattered.
Yep.
Because like you have to remember all of the elections I was live for before that, and this is I'm sure even stronger for you. But I'm only saying this for like I grew up, like I remember the 2008 election, the 2012 election, it was like a fucking slide for Obama. Called it by 11:30. We were good. You know? So that like going from 8 years of Obama and like the Obama races to the switch into 2016 was fucking insane for me. Because I was like a sophomore or junior in high school.
Yeah.
And then it's only gotten worse.
I know. And it's to the point where like now even dude, it's like even if by some miracle they recounted all the votes and Kamala Harris wins, it's
There's
like
no fucking way.
the House and the Senate are just
and the
fucked.
Supreme Court.
And the Supreme Court.
Don't forget the Supreme Court. Yeah, no, I had to explain. I've been like explaining that to one of my friends because they were like, well, the way to fix it is by voting. I'm like, no, we're fucked now because now the Supreme Court's going to get absolutely loaded with conservative judges.
And that just makes Project 2025 like easier because that's the whole thing is it's like part of it operates on like that kind of like Bush 9/11 era like presidential, what do they call that? Like when a president can like just declare something because it's like a national emergency.
Oh, executive orders?
That. So Project 2025 relies on that, and then when that doesn't work, that they'll just pass it, a bill through however the fuck they do it. And so we are fucked.
I think it goes through. I'm trying to remember the order that it goes through. I want to say it goes through the Senate and then the House, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to rewatch my Schoolhouse Rock. I'm Just a Bill.
Yeah.
I need to sit my white ass down and listen.
Yeah, we need to impeach him a third time. That'll work.
I don't know who I picked that up from, but at some point I picked up, I just need to sit my white ass down and listen.
Yeah, I don't either. It just kind of appeared.
Sometimes things do. I picked it up I think I picked it up during the course of my show, but I don't. That's the fucking problem with being like autistic is that I just pick up stuff from like fucking anywhere. I could have heard that like twice on my For You page and my brain was like, yep, that's in my lexicon forever now. I played Life is Strange at an impressionable age and I still say hella to this day. So
right, yeah. Someone
called me like cringe for saying hella once.
Hella is so cool. Hella is not cringe. I'm not being sarcastic. That sounded ironic.
No, like hella's a fucking I love the word hella. No, you know what was fucking insane? Shelby was telling me that some of her coworkers, they don't know what she means when she goes up to them. She's like, oh yeah, sick. They were like, what? They're like 16.
Oh no.
And she was like, like sick, like good. And they're like, are you telling me that you don't feel good?
No,
like,
no.
But I also should preface that they're in a small town. Bleep this out. So like they're not the brightest.
Sure. Well, and yeah. So then all of your language has to come from like TikTok and Instagram and all that shit. And I don't think sick has a huge presence there. I think they say bussin'.
I say sick. I mean, you've noticed. I say it all the fucking time. One of my go-tos is being like sick nasty.
One of my go-tos is in texts when I don't like care crazy amount of like what's being said. I go sick with several eyes. Not all the time. Sometimes I mean it, but
I can tell when I can tell when you mean it by how many eyes you put in there. The more eyes you put in there, the less you mean it.
That's good.
I've noticed that over.
Yeah, I'm gonna search my texts later.
I at least my autistic brain picked that. It might be completely wrong, and I'm just reading you wrong because
that's how it works, though.
Every kid with autism. Pattern-seeking brain. Can I have pattern-seeking brain for making connections? Yeah, you can have pattern-seeking brain for making connections. Ruins my own mood. That's me. That fucking meme. Yeah.
Yes, the little frog.
Yeah, there's multiple versions. There's one with the frog. I like the one with the monkeys too. The ones with the monkeys always make me laugh. But I think I'm one of those people that I just think monkeys are inherently funny.
Yeah, I watched a monkey video this morning and I stopped crying about the presidency.
It's so fair.
Anyway,
I was one of those people. You remember like a couple of years ago when the meme was literally just monkey.
Yep.
MONKE. Yeah, I was obsessed with that.
Monkey. We had a thing. Me and a friend had a thing on r/monkey memes where there were only 2 posts on there. It was a monkey meme and then just like a monkey fact that was submitted to monkey memes. And so right after my girlfriend broke up with me in freshman year.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at right after my girlfriend broke up with me, but it's because you're talking about r/monkey memes.
Yep. So I'm in gym class with this friend and they take my phone and like while I'm not looking and they say, good post. It really made my day better. My girlfriend, and then they tag my girlfriend, her Reddit account, just broke up with me. And this monkey meme really helped me ease the pain.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Not tagging her.
Yep. And then
sure
because this one wasn't even on a monkey meme. It was on a post that said we should bring back monkey memes. So it wasn't even a monkey meme that helped me ease the pain. It was just a post. Yeah, that was good. So every now and then, we still go good post.
Good post. This really helped me after my girlfriend dumped
This really made my day better. Yeah, what a time.
That's like the opposite of when I post a video of me and Ace on TikTok and half of the comments are people going like, thanks, I'm gonna kill myself now. And I'm like, please. That's such like a weird trend to me. Like genuine. Maybe it's because I'm on the other side of it. Like I've been in a relationship for the whole time it's been around, but I think it's really weird that like anytime a happy couple like posts something, all of the replies are like, thanks, killing myself. Like what?
Because it's devastating. It's like all those comments.
Yeah, it's
we're so lonely.
Yeah, but it's like, you really think that commenting that seeing a happy couple makes you want to kill yourself is going to get you
laid? Yes.
No. I have bad news for you. It makes you unfuckable, actually. Completely and totally.
One more thing. My tweet blew up.
Oh, again. Yeah, you did have another tweet blow up.
Again, oops, another comparison, but still. This one, less chasers.
I love that.
Strangely, yeah.
See, every time you post, you're going to get less chasers and more just other trans women.
Because, yeah, the algorithm figures it out, and they're like, we just actually get more engagement when we don't show this to people who hate it, weirdly. This one had like a 10% bookmark ratio. I'm not crazy about that. And I was telling the bartender at work about that. And I was like, yeah, it looks like about 10% of people are bookmarking it. And then he goes, okay, so that's probably a pretty good thing. And I'm like, no, I mean, they are bookmarking it to come back to it later. And he's like, yeah, I could see how that maybe could also be a bad thing.
If it makes you feel any better, there is also a good chance that at least some of the people in there. Okay, it's not gonna make this is gonna sound fucked up to have started with. It might make you feel better. A lot of them are probably just anorexic trans women.
Yeah.
Because of how skinny you are.
Yeah.
Because you're slim thick.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you got saved by some ED Twit accounts.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
anyway.
why you got bookmarked. So, but I would prefer to be bookmarked by anorexics than chasers.
Absolutely.
As someone who has been bookmarked by anorexics as Fatspo.
So then I'm like, then he's like, oh, I could see how that could be good and bad. And I'm like, do you get what I'm laying down here? He's like, sorry, no. I'm like, they're saving to beat off to me.
They're gonna
beat off to me.
They're waiting for the goon sesh.
Exactly. And he was like, oh, wow. I would never even think about that. I'm like, yeah, we're like the third highest porn category for a reason. He's like, really? Huh? And I don't think he was like playing dumb. I think he just genuinely never thought about like trans people in that light.
Aren't like the top 3 porn categories like?
I mean, straight, gay, trans.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
I thought it would be. I thought it would be like, legitimately like lesbian, trans, and then like ebony. In terms of like.
Yeah, I guess if straight doesn't count, then it would be that.
Yeah, because that's what I don't know if you can really count
lesbian porn as gay porn.
Well, no, you can. That's not what I meant. I meant specifically lesbian because I feel like more people watch lesbian porn.
Mm-hmm. Because they're insecure. They're like, I don't want a dick in my porn, which is the way I was until I transitioned. No, not that I watch porn. Anyway.
I watch porn. I watch lesbian porn. I'm going to come right out and say it. I'm a proud lesbian porn watcher now.
All right.
I can't put that on the fucking podcast. That was a joke. No, but like, I feel like more people watch lesbian porn than watch gay porn.
Mm-hmm.
Just by virtue of the fact that I feel like lesbian porn is watched by like people who are and aren't lesbians, whereas I feel like gay porn is watched by gay people.
Yeah, I don't think any like.
And I don't even necessarily.
I don't think any like heterosexual like woman is watching gay porn because it's two dudes.
Well, no, yeah, because if heterosexual women want gay porn, then that's when they become like fujoshis and get into yaoi, because you need like fucking plot. That's why Red, White, and Royal Blue is so fucking popular, because straight bitches love gay dudes. They just want to watch them like kiss first and then fuck.
Challengers 2024.
Legitimately, yes. Unironically. I don't know. But I don't know shit about porn anymore.
Nah.
Which sounds bad.
Really.
Which sounds bad to say. This is gonna sound fucked up. I know way more about porn in high school than I do now.
Sure.
But it's because like I was in that generation of people, like I was in that generation of girls on the internet who like a lot of people I graduated with went into porn right after high school.
Right.
Like whether it was self-produced, like a lot of them have OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my friends who did like cosplay stuff were doing like. They were doing like Patreon, like, okay, my NSFW stuff is available on my Patreon. I post my SFW cosplays here and my NSFW cosplays there.
Yeah.
And most of them stopped when they got doxxed. So
yeah. No, I never even watched like actual porn. It was just women I wanted to look like, but I didn't know that at the time.
See, I just like, I was one of those people where like, if I was like, I want to engage with porn, I would always rather read it.
Sure.
I like smut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not to be a white woman on Maine, but like I like smut. It's fun. Like, but that's also, I think, is a side effect of me being into like fan fiction for so long. Because like, you know, you get into fan fiction with like normal shit, and then you just find porn, and now you're like, oh well, here we go. Now I know what porn fanfic is like, and then sometimes you end up reading porn for plot.
Sure.
Because it's all that exists. Like, you know, whatever. Like, so that's why like I've gotten to a point where I really like, this is gonna sound bad, I do read like smutty books for the plot.
Sure.
Like, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when the plot's bad.
It's kind of like how like people just like watch horror movies. Like they don't really care about like the horror aspect. They just like want to watch a movie, and it's the only. I could go on a whole rant. I hate people who just watch horror movies because it's horror and they don't care about like anything. But people just watch it because they want to experience a story, and they're like.
I think there are definitely some horror movies that you can absolutely go into and be like, I just want to go in and get scared.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are definitely movies for that. Like Paranormal Activity. Just
last night there were these kids that come in like 15 minutes to close, and they're like, do you have any scary movies? And like, no. It's like Beetlejuice, the Tom Hanks movie. You remember the one where it's like there was just the one camera angle the whole time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that movie. And then My Hero Academia, Who's Next? Or You're Next. And then they were like, My Hero Academia, is that scary? And I just went, yeah. Yeah.
My Hero Academia, is that scary?
And then they're like, all right, 4 tickets for that. And then I'm like, okay. And then I sell the tickets and they go in. They come back out. They're like, you're sure it's scary? I'm like, yep. Like, does it say it's scary? I go, it doesn't say it's scary. Like, I can't look at my screen and say this movie is scary, but yeah, it's scary. I was able to say it with a straight face back then.
I can't believe that. You just lied to them.
Yeah, well, but then you know what they did anyway? They started running into other theaters.
Oh, yeah.
They got kicked out. We had to call the police because they were playing with the doors after close. They were like letting friends in and shit.
Oh, my
Call the
God.
damn police. And they still wonder why we have the 16 and up rule on the weekends.
Crazy.
Because it's like we can't even make it through a Tuesday without that shit.
Yeah, no, I do not. Children derogatory. Sorry, I had a long fucking weekend. One of the kids that I teach has developed every time I say fucking anything. I ask a question, I invite responses, whatever. What the Sigma? Every time.
No.
And now like he said it so often that like some of the other kids started being like, I thought it was so funny. I could tell that one of there's a set of kids, a sibling set in my age group, that their mom volunteers with us a lot. And I can tell that they had to have asked their mom what the Sigma means, because they were all like, it's literally a Greek letter. And I was like, thank God. And so every time he says it now, like they're all like, it's just a Greek letter. Why do you keep saying it?
You need to stop saying it. You're acting weird.
Yeah, no, it's so funny.
This is an intervention. Stop saying that.
No, yeah. And then it was also funny because then I had another mom in this weekend, like not their mom, but one of the other moms, and she was trying to be like, oh, well, it's like slang. And I looked at her, I was like, no, I was like, yeah, but like they're realistically what it is it's a Greek letter. Like that's what Sigma is. And she was like, yeah, but they're not. I was like, I don't want them to know what it means.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. That's where the kids are saying hawk to us, spit on that thing to their teachers. And the teachers are like, this is just sexual harassment.
Yeah, no.
Like at the end of the day, whether or not they know it, saying spit on that thing like to a teacher like should be wrong.
One of my friends teaches middle school, and she was telling me that her go-to response, because she had a couple of kids that tried to hit her with like the hawk to a thing, so she would look at them and she'd be like, I know what that means. Do you want to call your mom and explain what that means? You want to call your mom and tell her what hawk to means? What hawk to spit on that thing means, and why you're saying it to your teacher?
I love that. The silence in the air right now, like I feel like the kid right now.
Yeah.
That is awesome. This is immersive.
Yeah, so she started hitting them with that. Because it's like they don't. This has been a thing since I was in high school. I don't know why high schoolers assume that teachers don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like even as a high schooler, I remember people be like, well, they don't know what this means. I'd be like, are you stupid?
To be fair, I don't think the teachers know like the TikTok Riz party.
No, but see the thing,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I was gonna say, but see the thing is that they know what Riz means, and they know what all it means, because you know what they do? They have fucking meetings at the beginning of the year about it.
The briefing. All right, new brain rot terms this semester.
Yeah, like a lot of like, because it's like, well, we need you to know what this is, because it's not appropriate for the kids to be saying, and they shouldn't be saying it in school. And like the younger teachers tell the older teachers what it is. Like it's not. People assume, kids on the internet still assume that like everything exists in a bubble and only young people are on the internet now, and that's just not true anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what Haktua means. Like it's
and if you don't, you can piece it together. Hawk to a spit on that thing. Like,
yeah, like
come on.
Yeah, so it's like I don't get why kids will still like say that shit and be like, how did they know? Are you dumb?
Does he know?
Does he know? Yeah, for real. No, but I'm like, and now I'm stuck in this like limbo of I need to try to gauge how cool these kids think I am. Because if they think I'm cool and I start using brain rot, then they're just going to use it more. But if they start to think that I'm like kind of lame and I start using brain rot, then they'll stop using it.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, you can go up to the kids saying "hawk to" and be like, "Oh, talk like hawk to," like for Haley Welch, like talk to a podcast, and they think it's so cringe. After like the teacher says that, they're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So I think that's an easy way to smash it.
It's just rough because I work with younger kids who have less shame. Like,
I guess, yeah.
Because the kids that I work with are 1st through 3rd grade. So like half of them are. So I don't know if you know what I mean when I say this. Do you know the 8-year-old boy phase of just like baby voice? It's something that like all my kids all the kids that I've taught go through. Boys usually go through it like 6 to 8, something like that. But for some reason, like boys hit that age, and then while I'm trying to teach, they think it's so funny to just look at me and be like, "Mama."
Oh. I hate
Mama.
that. Oh, I hate that.
I want to go home. And then they just do that.
ugh.
I don't know what it is.
That
like
is so weird.
But it's always been a thing. Like I don't.
And that just happens once they like turn 8. Like,
Yeah,
they just
for like
feel the urge to like.
Yeah, for like 6 months to a year, they just have this weird like baby voice phase.
What the fuck?
I think this is gonna sound fucked up. I think it's because so many kids I teach are children of divorce. So it's like a reactive thing. But I remember kids doing it when I was a kid too. So I think it's kind of just something that I think it's just like a thing that kids do. But for some reason, I have like 3 boys going through it at once.
Yeah. It sounds like loosely familiar, but like not enough to like understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And like still to be able to stare at you like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, it's just like, I don't, because like some people I say that and they are like, oh yeah, no, I know exactly what we're talking about. Sometimes like people look at me like that, but it's like, it's something that I've noticed. And it's all they do is just like the fucking baby voice. So I've gotten to the point where I just look at these kids. I'm like, do you want to go to the nursery?
Oh, that's sick.
And they'll be like, well, like, you want to go to the nursery?
You fucking baby.
Yeah, you're acting like a baby. I'll go take you to the baby room. You can go to the nursery, hang out with Miss Kathy and the babies. I'll take you over to preschool. You can hang out with Miss Lexi and sit in a box that has the little fucking things put on it and watch our Christian Sesame Street.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, you can go and hang out with the younger kids, because clearly you can't hang out. I want to start calling my kids the Hobbits, because we're the middle group. So we're like Middle Earthers, and I started calling them that, and then it kind of turned into Hobbits because they're all short.
Yeah.
Because they're 1st through 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But I'm running into a problem with like people don't get why I call them the Hobbits. No. They're like it's because we're Middle Earthers, because we're the middle age group, because there's the preschool and kindergarten are in one group, and then we have Mission 456, which is grades 4, 5, and 6, because that's just what we called it when we had like a Mission 456 youth group.
Yeah.
But now I need to come up with a fucking. And I can't like. That's the best thing I've come up with, because there's nothing fun with 1st through 3rd grade. Like. No,
not really.
Because like we just called the youngest kids the preschool, because it's preschool and kindergarten. So you're not, and you don't have to do kindergarten here. So in our state, so it's I think some states you have to do kindergarten, but here you don't. You just have to start in 1st grade. So I don't know. Drop in the comments what I should call my.
Drop a suggestion,
please. I need anything, because I feel bad just being like, okay, guys, we have the preschoolers, Mission 456, and you guys.
Yeah, that's tough.
My dudes.
Yeah, I need to watch all the Lord of the Rings and Hobbits. We should like do that on winter break.
Oh my god, that's gonna take forever.
Extended editions.
Oh my god.
Worth it.
Ace would fucking love that. He loves the Lord of the Rings movies.
Sure.
I love both of them, but this is a hot take, I personally prefer the Hobbit movies. But that's purely because I can rewatch the Hobbit movies faster than I can rewatch the Lord of the Rings movies. And I don't mean that in a brain rot way. I mean that in a, I wish I could spend, I think it's like 22 hours to watch all the Lord of the Rings extended editions or something ridiculous like that. And then, but it only takes me like 8 to watch the 3 Hobbit movies.
Right.
And that's an afternoon. Light work.
That's light work. We marathon that shit.
We'll see. Who knows? I'm so tired. I think we legally have to call it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we hit the 2-hour mark. To be fair, a lot of that's going to be. I don't know how long this podcast is actually going to be.
Not much will be cut.
Really?
Not more than 2 or 3 minutes.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm really curious to see how long it ends up being.
It'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I trust you.
Maybe this one. Trustable.
Maybe this one will actually upload.
That is a thing. I think by the time this uploads, I kind of want to just give up on it and have like this weird lost episode. I
think you got to at least try re-uploading.
I'll try it one more time. Yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, and in case it doesn't actually get uploaded, we attempted to record
we recorded.
Yeah, we did. we recorded.
We even edited.
Yeah, we recorded an edited episode where we like read through Jeff the Killer, and we were just chatting, having a good time. I made a banger thumbnail edit for it.
It is really good.
We need to at least post that.
Yeah.
Oh god. I can't believe I managed. I'm so glad that.
And it captures the same like unnerving essence of the original, and that's
what I was going
powerful.
For. I'm really good at being a little off-putting. No, but and then Nolan uploaded it, and it uploaded, and then it got stuck in processing hell, and then it broke.
Yeah.
we tried to change. Nolan tried to change the title because it was titled "Just the Killer," so she thought
It's
it
like
might.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's the title.
Algorithm maybe fucked us up a little
maybe
bit.
algorithm was hitting us with the no stick, but
Jeez. In like the Juno voice too. That was crazy.
you can't make fun of me for being a millennial. I just leaned into it more.
Uh,
No, but it just fucking died. It crashed and the upload just fucking went. Nope.
yeah, I don't
No.
know.
I think maybe we should try. I don't know what to fucking do about it.
I'll just upload it again under the title of the creepypasta episode. It'll probably be fine. Or export it again. Ugh. Yeah, we'll be fine.
I believe. Worst case scenario, if you really get sick of it, you could always fucking send me the file and I can try uploading it from.
It is on Spotify though.
It is on
So-
Spotify.
Yeah.
I can't. Spotify exclusive content right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Spotify for exclusive lost content, which is really funny because that episode isn't nearly as funny to listen to as it would be to watch because we do hold up a lot of stuff that one.
Yeah.
Well, I explain a little bit about like the Jeff the Killer fandom at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The twink Jeff the Killer era.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I know that we have to end the podcast, but like really quick, since I've been drawing more, I've been trying to work on this like draw all of the life series YouTubers and like Minecraft skins in your style.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep accidentally making Jeff the Killer hair.
Uh-huh.
Like I'll do it and then my brain like it shows up and then disappears. It's where it's like, get out of my head, get out of my head.
Yeah.
Because every like Minecraft YouTuber skin gets drawn with like the same fluffy hairstyle cut. Yeah, so I'm trying to do a couple of those because a lot of them have that like the textured skin, whatever. And I'm trying to make them all individual, whatever. But every so often I see something, I'm like, no, I need to change it. That's Jeff the Killer again.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's insane. Doing digital art's insane. We'll catch you guys next week.
We will catch you guys next week.
We'll have a new episode.
Yep. And I didn't tell you this. I'm going to Philadelphia this weekend.
Wait, what?
Goodbye.
We're gonna have Philadelphia stories.